fellow adventurers, and welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We are Twitch affiliates and proudly sponsored by VentureSense. Click the link below, check out their amazing products, and while spending time with us in the chat, obey all the rules and listen to your moderators. While watching our stream, you are earning 2 currencies. HotA points are linked to the mini-games in the chat, and you can use them to buy extra raffle tickets when we give away free merchandise. Loyalty points are used for interacting with our show. You can buy inspiration points or health potions for the Dungeon Master or for your favorite player. There are several Twitch commands that you will need to be familiar with in our chat. Refer to the panel below if you forget them, or ask a moderator for help. These commands are how you play our mini-games, enter the giveaways, or request songs for the channel playlist. If you enjoy our content, clicking the follow button will notify you when our channel goes live. Join the HotA family by becoming a subscriber, and you get several benefits. A custom icon, unique emote, increased chances of winning in all mini-games, access to a private chat room, and free song requests. The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
I'll talk about the 35, and Dylan, you talk about Discord since you want to talk about another one. Cool, okay, thanks, bye.
We are live. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, okay, there we go. Hang on, bye.
You were talking about this song.
We need to get a little air horn thing for like a little soundboard that I can trigger off. Welcome, everybody, to HotA, Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I am your humble Dungeon Master for the night, DM Steelax.
Yeah.
And surrounded once again are our 4 favorite players in all of Dungeons and Dragon history. So let's go across the table and introduce yourselves and your characters, and we'll get started for the night.
All right. First of all, I don't know if we're having audio problems in the chat. I don't know what's going on over there, but while we're going, what's up, everyone? Kyle here, coming out of York, PA. Excited as always to be here with my crew. Play a little D&D on a Tuesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, for the most part, when they look at me, you know, they're like, "Who is that handsome devil?" And I'm like, "It's everyone's favorite halfling bard, Philly Shenanigans. That's me. That's who I am." So excited and ready to mingle up. We got a lot of stuff we got to get into this evening, so I'll throw it over to my left. I'm pretty sure, right to my left.
Screen right.
My right to my left, which would be AJ, aka Rin. Go ahead, Rin.
Hey, okay. Hi, everybody. My name is AJ. I'm here in sunny California, and I am playing Rin, the High Elf Wizard, as Finley has just told you. Well, Kyle Finley here. What I say just showed you. So yeah, looking forward to actually doing maybe some kind of effective combat spells. Maybe DM. Be merciful. You know, not too bad. No, I don't know. Okay, great. So we'll just take that look. I don't know what's gonna happen with this look, but okay. I'll read between the lines.
Okay, welcome.
I think it's in me. Hi, everyone. I'm Dylan. I play everyone's favorite grumpy old man, Kurtz Glaskin. And I'm just waiting to get this week over with that we've been in for 2 months.
Day 3.
Yes, still in day 3. But you guys have been accomplishing a lot of good, important stuff.
Been very busy, yes.
Very, very busy. Okay, welcome.
All right, hey everyone, my name is Connor. I am playing the half-orc ranger, Urbra. And yeah, like Dylan, I'm ready to get into some D&D.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so some quick announcements. So this week is a normal game, next week is a normal game, but the week after, so the 2nd of April, is going to be a Battle Royale. So this is going to be a lot of fun, a different game type. So it's, we're going to have 3 of our players here playing, and then we're going to have a guest player, Spaz, who did some stuff before with us. He's going to be the 4th player for that. We're taking Acquisitions Incorporated Battle Royale system, and we're actually going to be playing it on the stream. Hopefully it goes well. If it does, it might be a special event we'll have occasionally. We might even launch it and have some of you guys come join us too. So that's that announcement. Who else next?
We, of course, have...
Wait, don't skip me. Don't skip me. I had a quick one.
Yeah.
What shit?
Go.
It's okay. Mine's quick anyway. Just want to thank everyone out there in Twitch land. We had some exciting news from Sean, DM Steelax, that yesterday, 2 days ago, over the weekend, sometime, we had like 35 viewers on here. That's pretty freaking awesome and exciting. And we certainly appreciate everyone who's been watching us along the way and new people coming along.
Ooh.
Woohoo! Yeah, woohoo! And we're excited to keep on growing here, and excited to see what the what's next around the corner. But anyway, that's freaking awesome. That's crazy, and that was so we're excited to hopefully get more viewers as we go to watch the crazy shenanigans, right? Okay, now you can go.
Yeah, all right, thank you. So, the other announcement is, of course, we have other types of shenanigans that go on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, which is the other campaign on HotA called Ages Past. And that will be with me being your DM there. And I have 3 lovely players who are in the world of Florin. So come and check out there. And of course, as you want, you will earn points that you can then spend here for more goodies for our players and or DM, depending if you feel merciful or hated. But, up to you. You choose. And make it exciting. But yeah, but I look forward to you guys joining us all over the place. So yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Okay. And then also we have a Discord channel. So you guys can hop over there, get to know our players. We'd love to get to know you guys as well. We have some general channels in there. You can apply to be a player on for our game. We're going to be kicking off Season 2. It's going to be playing on Monday afternoons. Details are in there if you guys want to apply to be playing the same story that they're playing. And then also we're going to start putting out teaser announcements, so you guys can check that stuff out. Every week we're going to put out a little bit of content that's going to be coming up, so you guys know what to look forward to. But that's enough of announcements. Let's get into tonight. Connor, would you like to give us a brief recap of what you guys did on your adventures last week?
Yeah! So, last time, episode 9, we started off with Kurtz. He was looking to apparently get some sort of enchanted weapon, which none of the rest of the party knows about, but he was told that for the pommel, he needs a moonstone that would be more effective in combat if he had it blessed by the High Priestess. Now, luckily, he and the current High Priestess, Tavaria, are like best friends. And by that, I mean he has sworn that she will die by his hand. And so, we're in the clear there. After that, we had to go take a long rest. We woke up to find that someone was knocking on our door, and that was Violet, a young woman who can really freaking hold her liquor and drank both Urbra and Finley under the table at a drinking competition. She presented us with a opportunity to go with her on what's called a whimsical experience. And visit the waterfall fae. We couldn't really turn that down. Plus, Finley wanted to get a little action. And so we decided to go to the waterfall and partake in some mushrooms. Okay. And we were presented with a choice where we could jump down 3 different holes. One was red, one was purple, and one was blue. And we saw that hovering above each of these holes was a fairy doing the traditional hands over ears, hands over eyes, and hands over mouths. And so we're like, oh, we know this game. Come on. And so we all chose our hole. And we jumped through. And lo and behold, the one that, for instance, had their eyes covered, they could see, but they couldn't hear or speak. The ones who had their ears covered could just hear. No one chose that one. Yeah. And the ones who had their mouth covered could only talk, but had no sensory input whatsoever. So that was me and Kurt. So that was fun. And so after, luckily, Rin figured out how to use his Find Familiar to supplement most of his senses, we were able to make our way through a
mushroom forest, kind of? Yeah.
Another cave.
A mushroom forest, yeah.
A cave.
A cave.
Let's be honest, it was a cave.
That was filled with poisonous mushrooms that would damage us if we ran into it. Okay. But eventually we were able to make it through with Violet. And the prize at the end apparently was jumping through sort of a wormhole thing where time became very fluid. There, Finley and Violet had some relations. Urbra developed some perfect pitch. And more importantly, both Rin and Kurtz delved a little bit into Kurtz's backstory. Now, we have found out that he had a wife and 2 children who were both killed sometime in his past, which put him on his current path. But what was revealed is that his wife was actually a full-blooded elf, which is a rather big deal in this world, and definitely caught Rin's attention. So after that, we completed our whimsical experience.
Whimsical.
Whimsical.
And we just came out of the waterfall with Violet in tow, and that's where we left off.
All right. Yep. So the rock wall closed right behind you guys as you made your way through the spray of the water, the torchlight, and the sunlight coming through as you guys were cresting. You figured out it had only been about an hour since you guys went through, even though you were in there for a very long time. So it's still maybe around 10 o'clock, and the sun has crested over, and everywhere is lit up. You guys are still at the waterfall. It is you four along with Violet. Let me turn the map on real quick.
And DM, about what time of day it is? We've come to the conclusion that it's still the same day, which is super beneficial. But
Is
it's
it?
been.
We actually don't know that for sure.
I thought Rin did some Rin stuff.
Yeah.
Rin did some Rin stuff? What?
Yeah, or I don't know. I thought Rin was like super smart with like what day and time it is, or like had some way
I'm not
of doing
keen-minded. I'm not keen-minded. No.
that. Oh fuck! All right,
I
well,
know,
what day is it? No one knows. Holy shit!
I mean, we might know the day. I'm pretty sure we know the day.
It's the same day. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Oh.
today's Wednesday equivalent or something.
Hold on, I'm a cartographer, so would I know positions of sun and shit like that and be able to read?
That's an excellent way we can meta you guys knowing that it was only about an hour had passed in real world time, even though you guys were in there for because time is relative in that hole that you were falling in. So you were each in there for whatever you felt was the right amount of time. So Urgo wanted to spend a year developing perfect pitch, so she was in there a year. So
How did you not
had
go insane?
a whole year of life experience that she had gained in there. Finley and Violet, they went off on their own thing, however many months that was, and then you two, so coming through, you will be grounded in because the mushroom effects have worn off, so you are completely sober again, but it will still take your mind a moment to get readjusted to, oh yeah, this is where we were, because it was relatively a very long time. And you guys picked up pretty much exactly where you left off when you entered the waterfall just about an hour later. So all of you are gathered there. I think Finley and Violet descended down on Tensor's disc. Rin kind of stepped through. I think the rest of you...
no water.
Yeah. Rest of you made your way, so all of you are at the base of the waterfall. What would you guys like to do?
Well, quick question. Can Rin determine if Violet has gone from just like slightly interested in Finley as a potential mate to now completely stalker infatuated?
Didn't we have to watch them fuck for like 4 months?
I mean, I don't know if we actually watched.
No, so what it was like while you guys were falling down the hole, when you guys were together, all that relative time was shared, but when someone would like float away to another area, they would be in their own time amount. So Urgra, Finley, and Violet all branch from you guys, so you're not even aware.
I mean, if you wanted to, that's like that's your thing.
There was that telepathic bond that you guys had, but it was severed. So when it was severed, that's when everybody went on their own way. So you guys may or may not even be aware of what all you guys went through during that, because we didn't actually talk about last game.
So, but as a general look around, can Rin tell that Violet has now gotten a little bit more of a deeper relationship with Finley? I mean, considering the fact that the player knows mentally what happened, kind of thing.
Yeah, they are like two peas in a pod. Just the natural conversation that they have leaving the waterfall, it isn't like when you guys went in an hour ago. There seems to be several months worth of relationship that has been formed between these two. They're very close, but it's not the butterfly phase. It's more of like genuine relationship. Does that make sense?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can halflings get human women pregnant?
That is a good question.
I mean, in my world, yes. But
I mean, it's
a good question.
months months.
I don't know.
See,
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
Give me,
I
a,
don't know.
give me a
Perhaps.
perception check real quick, Kurtz.
I will do a perception check. Since my wife was once pregnant twice, can I have advantage?
Granted.
Well, you see, now we know they're not twins.
And I roll again because I forgot to click the advantage button.
I mean, can you do any better now?
I cleared out the chat, so it's all the way at the top, so it's not going to pop on the box until we have a bunch of things. So if you guys can just spam the chat to get it lower. But we got 27.
Good job.
Yeah, just keep spamming. All right, so Kurtz, you look over, and you don't see any baby bump on Miss Violet. If she is pregnant, she's not showing.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, there's just a halfling baby.
That's true. Maybe it's like the size of a potato.
It's a little halfling bump. It's a little halfling bump. You don't know. I don't know. I have halfling swimmers. I don't know how they work. I never got
potato.
I'm not a doctor, guys. I do the other thing. All right.
The opposite. Yeah.
Anti-doctor.
He's the job security for the clerics.
Yeah.
Yeah. No noticeable baby bump. No lactation. No swollen. No morning sickness. No. No signs of a possible baby at the moment.
Well, that's good.
All right. So Finley.
right.
Violet hops off of the tensor disc, and she reaches out to grab your hand.
Right. Come here, dear. Let me help you over here and I'll help her down over to the edge of the water, off to the side bank.
Okay. And she kind of sits on the ground and just lets out a real long sigh and turns to you guys, still holding your hand, and she smiles at you and she's like, wow, that was absolutely incredible. It was more amazing than I ever could have dreamed or imagined. How was it for all of you guys?
Well, the part after we were blind was top notch.
Right. Kind of a little bit of a worrywart here, but because again, I don't think Finley. We don't know that it's still the same day, right? Because we would more likely be under the impression that we were just in there for X amount of months of time, right? So, did we like? Is it what? I think what she's trying to get at here is that we were in there for a wee bit of time, and when we went in there at the end of the week, there were some shite that were going down, and we were in there for a really long time. And truth be told, it was a magical, wonderful time. But now that we're out, what day is it? Like, what is? And we look around. Is like, has the apocalypse fucking happened? Is there like death and like dead people lying around and shit?
No. As you look around, while asking that question out loud, you don't notice any more carnage, any natural disasters. You don't see any destruction or dead bodies or anything like that. There's no indication of any doom that has happened since you entered the waterfall.
I'll just quickly go. Finley, hold on one moment, and I'll just quietly mentally connect to my homunculus, which is still connected with the ear.
Okay.
And I'll just basically ask near or yourself, tell me, when was the last time I contacted you? And they'll just probably say yesterday, and I go, it's still the same day, Finley.
Perfect.
But
Ooh,
Finley,
I mean,
if you're still so worried, you can always just walk into town and see if anything is on fire.
Well, I mean, that certainly is a visual cue there. Yeah, I guess so. You're right, Urgra, to say that. I was just a little worried there because, the expression of time flies when you're having fun certainly pertains to what me and the Miss here, and I'll give a little wink over to Violet. Me and the Miss here were doing, but now that we're out and about again, and then kind of getting my wits about me here, I was just a little worried there. It kind of hit me just in a moment here that I thought maybe we perhaps missed the end of the world, but there's still a world here, so
yes,
that's good.
There. And you'll see Violet kind of looking at the necklace that you gave her, and she's just kind of playing with it, smiling, and she looks at you and just I'm so glad you came with me, Finley. That was an amazing experience.
It certainly was, absolutely, and I appreciate, as we talked about numerous times, my dear, that probably one of the best decisions of my life going in there with you, and I've come out a different person, and a much better person, more focused person, and I have you to thank for that.
Who picked this song?
Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
When I don't want
I can't even hear it, so if it's death
Yeah, you
metal,
guys
it's
can hear it.
perfect.
I have no idea what theme you were choosing.
I'm literally just picking whatever looks it. I can't listen to them before I pick them, all right? So it's just like
No,
that.
you're good.
that
No, keep
Don't worry.
requesting them. It's fine.
Perhaps Urba's not wrong in that line of thinking. Perhaps we should go back into town and maybe just get our wits about us here for a minute and see exactly what's going on.
Okay. And Violet will say, like she does need to stop by the Red Dragon Inn anyway, so she's like she'll go with you guys.
That sounds fine, but perhaps we'll drop you off there. We have a few things we need to run. We wanted to try and catch up with that Revenant Bartholomew. Was that his name?
She'll look at you and say, Bartho?
What?
His nickname was Bartho.
Yeah, Bartho. Yeah, he's a friend of mine actually.
Oh, small world.
How
Yeah.
so?
We're both drinkers. That's how I know him. Yeah. Well, alcohol is when you have a problem. I would say I have
Stop
a problem.
anytime I want.
Yeah, I could stop exactly.
So
No, I know
just like
Bartholomew.
any other couple months into kind of sort of boyfriend material, that relationship we're in, at the first mention of like, oh, by the way, I know a guy and we were drinking friends, I'm gonna kind of give like a little look at you like, you come again? What now? You know this fellow, drinking buddies? First time you kind of mentioned his name there before, love.
And then you just spent like 8 months fucking her. Like I think you're fine.
Whoa, Kurt, hold on. Whoa. You're not wrong, but that's not the point. My point is that this is just, the first time it's been a name drop here of, and I'll look at her for a second, and after spending so much time with her since this is the first time I've heard that she's known this person.
Yeah.
Any sort of check that I can make insightfully of like, is this a past boyfriend kind of thing that she's never told me about, or what the shit?
She'll actually see the slight bit of jealousy bubbling in Finley. She'll lean over and whisper in your ear so no one else can hear. She's like, "You don't have to worry about him. You'll understand when you meet him."
He's probably like 90 years old, Finley.
It's probably older than that.
He probably also swings for the other team, Finley.
What makes you
Are we
think
all saying this out loud?
Yeah, you guys didn't hear that. She whispered it right into
Right.
Finley's
Yeah, but we're all like, still like, yeah. I mean,
that? We see how he's acting.
The little thoughts in his head.
And
Right.
wherever you have her bundle of hair, she'll, like, whether you're holding on to it, whether it's in your bag or in your pocket, or whatever, she'll put her hand on wherever it is, and she'll say, I meant what I said, and you are the one for me.
All right, fair enough. All right, to town then,
Okay.
ladies and gents.
Okay. So
It seems you've certainly gotten over your crush for Alundra there, Finley.
we don't say the E word.
Yeah, thank you, Rin.
Well, it seemed you were quite jealous about, her previous exploits. I thought it only something you might have shared with her about your other exploits.
Well, to be fair, it's not like the E word was ever like, in the wheelhouse, in the clubhouse, waiting on deck here or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about things, crushes and things like that as you do, but I mean nothing worth writing home to mom about, or certainly telling my new lady friend here, Rin.
You'll see a playful but kind of curious smirk appear on Violet's face, and she'll say, "Crush on the E word? What is this?"
Right. So perhaps this is a conversation for closed doors later here. Right, to town, right? Yeah, we should probably do that. Yeah, here we go.
Yes, Bartholomew. We have much to discuss with him.
Yeah, he always is drinking all the time in the Red Dragon, and that's probably actually where you guys will find him, and I gotta go there anyway. So,
Why do you have to go there?
well, business
So
matters. Yeah.
This is a moment where you would is it private business?
Well, you guys are welcome to join me, and I don't have any secrets from Finley, so, and you guys are all friends with him, and I absolutely loved the time that we all spent together, and hopefully one day you guys will consider me a friend.
I'm quite surprised. The only time we really spent together was through the hell of being blind, deaf, and mute. I don't really experience much else, but I'm glad that we were able to successfully get you to your end goal. As I look at Finley, just curious as to why she picked Finley, but I'm going out with it.
Curious, huh?
Listen, man, it's not all about the size.
He's genuinely curious as to what Finley did, because I mean, he's never seen Finley do anything just be a stag, I guess. He just goes out doing, like, I don't know. He never thought Finley was a deep lover.
Are you saying this aloud?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Okay.
This is why Rin is asking these things and looking that way.
It's about to be like, damn, bro.
Shots fired.
Throw all my shit out on the floor. Okay, all right, cool. That's how we're doing it. All right. No.
No. Finley had this high hope for Lilash. Then there she goes, and then it's like Alundra. There she goes. So it's like,
listen, sometimes you just gotta let them go.
The big-titted dwarf. There she went.
She was a wench.
That's all Rin knows.
All right.
On to the Red Dragon.
Was there anything that you wanted to do, or?
No, not really.
Nope. Okay. So you guys begin the small trek back to town. It is not far. As you are approaching the northwest gate of Candoria, it looks just as you left. There's still the guards posted at all the sentry stations, manning the ballistas and stuff like that. Nothing seems out of the ordinary or different than when you left. Just
fantastic.
Slightly later in the day.
No, like dead bodies on the wall and children screaming and that kind of shit. So that's good. That's a good thing.
I mean, in all fairness, I'd feel at home. That's how it was. So
fair point.
And on to the inn.
Yes. Putting that back into the back burner. Yeah.
All right. So you make your way inside the Red Dragon Inn, which you have all been in before.
Dear God, my vision is nothing.
There shouldn't be.
It's all good.
Let me see. Oh, dynamic lighting's enabled. That's why.
Oh yeah, for me and Ren, it's probably still that we're blind.
Can you guys all see now? I took the dynamic lighting off.
Yeah, I can see well enough.
Yay! No. Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I still have like a swoop.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, we'll be all
All
right.
good in the hood, but
I can work with this.
Okay. And where is Violet? I forgot to.
Yeah, where is Violet?
I forgot to drop her token in there. Give me one.
'Cause I don't
second.
trust her still.
Bam. There she is.
hot damn.
Yes, the big-titted dwarf.
All right. So the Red Dragon Inn is empty, which is not surprising because this portion is the bar and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. But you see a bald, very fat, hairy dude sitting at the bar, and he's got two large, oversized pints of ale in front of him, and the barkeeper is tending to stuff at the bar with his back turned. And as you walk into the Red Dragon Inn, just those are the only two souls that you could see, and she'll yell, "Bartho!" And you'll see him slowly turn his head, and he'll get super excited. He'll slam his two mugs down, he'll stand up, and he'll throw his arms in the air. "Violet, so good to see you!" And as he puts his arms up, you can just see massive hairy armpits. He has like this leather vest on, but like no shirt on underneath. Kind of a ragtag set of pants. Definitely not a clean, up-kept dude. Very grungy.
Oh my God.
And
So
as
Philip makes a mental note, like, scratch that. All right, we're good.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hideous is this man?
Yeah, we're fine now. We're good.
I don't think it's him. Kurt, not me personally, but Kurt's like, there's no way that man's a master wizard.
Right. I mean,
He's
does he
just
even
gonna
have
keep
blue
looking
eyes?
around, like.
Does he have the remnant eyes?
What's that? No,
Does he have
he does not have blue eyes, and yeah, this guy doesn't appear to be a wizard. But he kind of hikes up his pants and, "Oh, so good to see you, my friend." And he kind of just, lumbers forward towards you guys. And Finley, Violet is still holding your hand, and she brings you forward, and she says, "Come, meet my friend Bartho. This is Finley, and this is Kurtz, Ergra, and Rin. and everyone, this is Bartholomew, but and then before she can say any more, he kind of butts in like, please, call me Bartho. Bartho is what I go by.
Bartho. Is this a human man or
Yes.
was he?
Yep.
During this time, can Rin subtly just kind of move so he puts himself like behind Kurtz and Urgra, so he's like as far away as possible without being socially noticeably awkwardly away
Sure.
from the guy?
Position your tokens wherever you would like.
Yeah.
I'll since I'm the first one there, I'll say Bartho. I'll raise my little halfling hand up for a handshake. Heard possibly a lot about you here. Actually from different sources, but the same conjoining path here. You're not by chance involved with any sort of contraption, simulation, trading facility, if you will. Some call like the architect of with helping with Ivan with some of his training facilities, with what have you, with monsters and things. Would you?
He'll kind of usher you over to the stool next to him as he retakes his seat, and he says, anything worth talking over is worth talking over a pint. And barkeep, round for all my friends. And
Oh no.
the barkeep will just start filling up pints.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in saying that. No, you're right. And I'll start looking around like, yeah. Where's that?
No. Can Rin signal to the barkeep? No.
Yeah,
Same.
So you don't have to drink. He's just gonna pour them, and they're gonna already be on the bar. But you don't have to drink if you don't want. So he's kind of ushering for you to sit, next to him. There, if you want.
Or this possible stool.
Bartho, I can tell you've been around a halfling or two. You know right the way to a halfling's heart there, sir. And I'll pick up my pint as it comes down and take a swig out of it.
Okay, and Violet will begin drinking as well. Yeah. We'll begin drinking, and the barkeep, he's always keeping kind of like a corner of his eye on both of his big steins, and if they ever get low, he's topping them up. So he's just kind of pounding them back. So you were asking about the training simulator stuff. So he says, yes, so I am the brains actually behind the entire operation with the simulator. How do you guys know about this?
We beat it.
Oh, are you that adventuring party?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I set up the programs for it before, but I was unfortunately unable to stay and watch the outcome. But when I got back to town, I heard that there was a group in particular who did exceptionally well.
Right. Well, we all had our fair shake in the battle. Must tell you, first of all, very realistic. I don't know if you were partaking in the landscapes or just the monsters in particular, but first of all, cave was very realistic because we have had our fair shake of caves. The lava bonus feature, kind of a double whammy for this group where, again, not really our forte. But in the end, the dragon, like, spot on, amazing. I don't think many of us have ever really seen dragons before. Want to put a pin in that conversation for later, but the whole thing just was amazing. And Urgra here, I'll point over to Urgra, was the one who laid the final blow, if I do believe, right, everyone?
I believe so, yes.
I think that was yes.
I was busy getting chewed on, so I'm not sure.
We all had different experiences in the simulator, but did you have partake in everything, like the landscape, the facade, or just the monsters, or what was like your deal there?
Well, originally the entire training simulator came from the Revenant. It was their idea, and they approached myself and Puck, the Tinkerer, and I was kind of the brains behind how to make this vision become a reality. And Puck helped with the hardware portion. I was more of the software side. There's not really, computers and stuff, but the programming side of it.
Dig it.
But my specialty is learning about monsters. And so the dragon that you fought was actually my accumulation of monster knowledge from lore and stories and actual monsters and putting together the challenge for you guys.
That is actually very fascinating. I was curious as to how you ascertained such knowledge. it seems such a great deal of effort was put into it. Might I perhaps inquire if you would be willing to share this information, these notes?
Yes, it was. All right, so there is a bookstore called the Nuzzled Fox in town.
Oh, God damn it.
They have a vast array.
We have a coupon.
There's a vast
Finally
array
written and Kurt's on the same page.
of books full of lore and stories, both fiction and non-fiction, and there was several anecdotal and fantasy writings of I pulled from both dinosaur and from dragon stories and stuff like that to create it.
The fuck's a dinosaur?
You need to read some books, my friend.
Well,
they're ancient, large lizards of great power. Very similar to the dragon you fought.
Is that the best you got?
As far as what?
I think
Threatening creatures.
Yes,
Oh,
he
no,
wants to say
there's-
something tougher.
Yeah, I could make anything.
No, I mean the dragon.
The dragon would not be the most I mean, I could set up a program of any difficulty. Were you guys wanting to run the simulator again?
What if I told you that I had information about one of the strongest creature you've ever encountered? And I could recreate almost everything about it from memory.
I would be more than fascinated. I love creating these monsters and creatures for the simulator. From something as simple as a kobold all the way up to anything stronger than an ancient dragon. We could definitely come up with something stronger. The problem is we ran out of power crystals for the simulator.
What about one of the horsemen?
And as you say horseman, he'll kind of like set his glasses down and you can kind of just see his mind wander off for a moment. Oh, the horseman. I think it's the one thing that we all have in common in these times is a fear of these terrible, terrible things.
What if you could simulate it?
Is it possible? Yes, but I mean, I wouldn't want to venture down that. And, it's a spectator thing as well. I don't think that would be something that the people watching would want to relive. There's too many bad memories for so many people. You got to understand, Kurtz, that you kind of look at all you guys and, you've been through shit, The horseman is a blessing and a curse, and I say that very carefully. The curse obviously is that it's the destruction and death that follow them, but it is something that we all share, something we all have in common, and that is, I don't want to mess with that blessing part of we come together against the horsemen. And it's not something that I personally would want to venture down. But what do you have in mind, though?
Recreate the horsemen. Have the people, or the fighters at least, train against it. At least once to see what they're up against.
It is possible. I would have to consult with some of the higher revenant just to get their approval on it, of course. That if that is something you would like to do, we could definitely try to set that up. It would be much easier, and I could set it up much quicker if it was a monster of sort than something I've never. You'd have to write the program from scratch, essentially.
That's fair. I mean,
without the power crystals, though, we can't do any simulators.
We are kind of pressed for time here too. Sorry, Urga. Go ahead.
Power crystals, Bartholomew. I've heard someone mention them before.
What did you say? It was kind of
Tell
hard
me
to hear.
about these power crystals. We've heard them mentioned before, but they didn't seem to have a whole lot of information about them.
They are a fairly rare resource, and it was dwarves for some time were acquiring these, but they were discarded. So many of the places that were mined, where these crystals were, there was also precious metals, and that's what they were after, was the precious metals. And so they got rid of these crystals because they didn't have trade value. Like, nobody knew what they could do. So a lot of them are gone, but there are occasional locations that are found that contain these crystals that we use to power up the simulator. But our reserve was used, the last bit of it was used up for the event that you guys participated in. There is one other site that we know of, but it's been overrun, and we don't have possession of any of the crystals in there anymore.
How far off is this site?
It's not too far. Why? You're not wanting to go there, are you?
Well, this seems like a pretty worthwhile thing to do if we can provide training for a large number of people without injuring them, if nothing else.
There was, from what I heard, there was quite a bit of the crystal in that area, but no one has returned there because it's been overrun.
By what?
By trolls.
Oh.
What kind of trolls?
The trolley kind, I assume.
Yeah, the green-skinned nasty
Live
ones.
in their mother's basement.
From what I've heard, yeah. From what I heard, though, that they actually are drawn to these crystals and they feed on them, and it gives them abilities, powers, and makes them ferocious and very, very powerful. That's why nobody has returned to the site. But they seem to have stayed in the location. They're not venturing forward.
What if we said we could get you these crystals?
That would do an incredible service for Candoria. It would enable training for you guys, for other adventurers, to prepare for the upcoming Horsemen. This would be an invaluable service.
Would it be worth 200 gold?
It would be worth far more than that, actually.
2,000 gold then.
I don't know. I can't afford it, but I'm sure that the Grand Masters at the Revenant would be willing to dip into the treasury.
Kurtz, do you need money for something?
We always need money.
That's a fair point.
We do not have homes. I don't have a home. You have your magical mansion of bullshit. I am a vagabond.
Not yet. I haven't said anything. But you did seem to come across a number quite quickly. Is 200 specifically for something?
Oh no, 200 is just very easily divisible by 4.
A lot of numbers are easily divisible by 4.
Like 4 million.
Yeah, like 2,000.
400, 200.
61.
200's a lot of gold, all right? And it's way more than we got paid for that Hornet shit.
Well, you have yet to know how much interest you're going to accumulate from the shares of her business, but don't forget 200 is what Urgra earned for her bounty.
You wouldn't know that.
Yes, I saw you.
I got a bag.
We went over this. You were in the room when he handed it to you, and I went, "Oh, 200 for Urgra? Oh my!" Well,
yeah, I think he literally said 200 gold, and we were like, "That's bullshit," but okay.
I was like, "Oh, you bitch!"
I didn't say it. I think Jordan said it.
He's done it so many times.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I don't remember if it was said or not. So let's go back and watch an episode.
Yeah, let's go YouTube.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have said it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I don't think Connor said it, but I think
Devis.
Yeah, but like,
Catch up on
maybe
all
that
our
was
your
Candorian adventures on HotA on YouTube and any past video.
if
Time for that drop.
if memory serves, I don't think Devis would have said the number because that was something that was kind of big about him, but I don't remember. But yeah,
Quite possibly.
tomato meta, whatever.
Regardless, gentlemen, lady, we could do this, right? We have time today. It's not even noon.
Well, you say we have time, but we have no idea where this location is. He
Not
said
that far.
Nearby, but nearby could be a day for all I know.
Excuse me, Barthos, how far is nearby?
Well, location-wise, like, as the crow flies?
Like walking, just walking time.
Are you pressed for time? Is that where you're getting at?
Yes, we have an important meeting
We're
tonight.
expected at the War Council tonight.
Oh. Yeah, it would be farther of a walk than that, but there was an old rail system that was used once upon a time that is a direct shot, and it goes through different passages. It'll save you a lot of time. If you were to take a cart and ride the rail, you'd be able to get there very, very fast.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
No, boom, done. So go.
Is
Yeah, we're going.
this underground and say a cavernous?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is it an open quarry?
Fair fucking question, Cards. Didn't think of that, but yep, I jumped right to.
No,
but yeah, you're right.
the rail system will... I mean, there might be, like, a moment where it passes through a rock structure, but it is above ground. And if you guys use that, it could fast-track you there very, very quickly.
But is our destination a cave or a quarry?
It would be the entrance to one, but you wouldn't necessarily have to go into it. No, it's not underground. It's still...
Okay.
It's literally just an entrance to an area.
Kurtz, do you still have your map?
We are so fuckstick against caves. It's like ridiculous. After this campaign, the devs are like, fuck, all these caves. Like, throw our shit away. Throw
Kurtz,
all these maps away.
Kurtz, do you have
Little
the
do
map
they know,
still?
they're going to spend 7 months in the Underdark. No kidding.
That's different. That's like a whole world down there.
Oh, in that case, it is in the heart of the Underdark. No, I was kidding.
God, fuck.
But yes, Kurtz, do you have your map?
Which map?
The map of Candoria.
Yes, of course I do.
All right. Bartho, could you point out where on the map it is?
Yes. It is pulling the map. I'll switch you guys over there too so you can see where I ping.
As we're sitting here talking to Drake, and I'm gonna take another swig and be like, Urgra, come to think of it, when we fought that dragon thing, that was a pretty good shot. Now that I think about it, did you shoot that thing like right in the eye or something? Like, was it the nostril there? No, it was the eye, right? That was. It
was in the eye, and it went all the way through the ball into the brain. At least that's how I saw it go in.
Can
Why?
you guys... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No. As I'm getting just a little on the fluff side, I was just trying to reminisce a little bit, gosh, I'm just trying to think, and I'm like trying to visualize being back in a cave with hot sweltering lava and a red dragon and stuff, and just trying to remember being a white dragon in my white Fang days.
If we're going to be going
Good
on
old
this
days.
excursion, Finley, maybe you should perhaps put down the mug for the moment.
He's better when he's drunk, trust
Alright,
me.
So on the map,
Thank you, Kurtz.
I'm pinging at the bottom left-hand area. So
Yes.
there is that little... So
a
that,
path.
Line.
that little path, if you take that way down, it will lead to the abandoned rail system that he was referring to.
But I don't necessarily look to an abandoned rail as a favorable mode of transportation, considering the fact that it probably needs to be powered. I don't know how successfully it can run. Has anyone
agree.
tried to use it?
Why was it
It should,
abandoned?
it should still be, well, as in it's not maintained, so there might be a log or something across the way, but...
Oh, that's great. Hurling at
the-
50 miles an hour to a log.
But the cart itself should still be serviceable.
Um,
They were made to last centuries.
well, hold on. We don't have to do this right now. Like, we can do this whenever. Like, we can do this tomorrow.
It's true. He could start working on the monster software or whatever, and whenever we get the power source, we can just plug it in.
Exactly.
Hold on. I'll put my mug down. Hold on a second. I'll pull out a quill and parchment that's blank.
Oh, shit.
What's on our agenda for tomorrow here? I'm looking. It's kind of full.
Full of what?
No, it's full of which is nothing. There's nothing on here. No, we could probably do it tomorrow. I mean, if we wanted to, but
Why would you put off tomorrow what you could do today?
But we don't know if we can.
because-
do
hold
today.
on. I'll put my page back over to today. Hold
Okay.
on.
We do have a war council meeting tonight, which is my only concern.
Meeting. That's
we
right there.
do absolutely have a meeting.
Backwards planning, Kurt.
However, you all do seem to forget I am a wizard, and I can.
No, we don't forget that. You literally tell us that all the time. But yeah,
You forget it all the time as well. So maybe perhaps retain something for once. But I can teleport directly to this location.
But what if you die?
What do you mean? What if I don't die in transport?
I mean, before transport.
Well, are you going to kill me now? I mean, that's the only way.
I'm just saying. What if you die, and we miss the war council meeting?
Oh, you mean return trip?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant just getting there. Okay. I'm sure you won't let me die if I don't have any, judge of character. None of you will probably let them kill me. But I have means of surviving. I'm not a frail little elf. I have my ways.
Kalis, I wouldn't put it past Kurtz.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is I'm looking at the agenda here, everyone, and I see War Council meeting here in the evening, but I mean, we have a free afternoon. I mean, unless you all had plans for there's a lot of festival stuff going on. We could traverse to the library. We have a free Thursday here. I don't know if that's what the technical term is in Candoria, but we have a free tomorrow. Hey, we have options here, but I don't really like being the calendar person. I think someone else should do this.
Boy, you just gave Rin a hard on.
Calendar, you say? It's got like a fold-out thing.
All highlighted and tabbed and shit.
I mean, you don't want to know what kind of images are on top of each of the months, but yeah. So
it's near in all these different poses.
It's a $900 computer. Please don't make me spit beer on it.
But yeah,
the July is him on the beach,
But Bartho, I'm curious. Why did you let your research and your writings? Why did you give them to the nuzzled fox or the nestled fox?
If you're asking me a question I didn't hear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why did you put all your works and give them away to the nestled fox? Why didn't you just keep them for yourself?
No, I got inspiration from the books in the library.
Oh, you didn't actually go out anywhere. You're not an explorer. You're just anyways.
Damn.
Wait.
Rin, now.
Wait.
I kind of just turn around in my seat and light my pipe. Like, Jesus fuck.
Rin, this is a newly found friend of ours. He has valuable information. Just because he's not out in the field doesn't have
a lot.
Right. Have you traveled, Barthos? Let's ask. He's still right here.
Yeah, Finley, I have traveled a lot. Thank you very much. It doesn't matter what your name is.
How far have you traveled?
Why?
Go ahead. You're good.
Have you picked up anything from your travels?
Mostly knowledge. Yeah, like I go to reported monster attacks and observe the combat, so I could see how the monsters behave and stuff like that.
Souvenirs of any kind?
Sometimes I pick up portions of them to study for making the monsters for the simulators. I don't.
Have you traversed to this location where these trolls are recently?
I have not.
Ah, well, all right then.
Listen. At the end of the day here, fellas, all right? I mean, the guy did make up a freaking dragon programmer thinger, okay? Like, they cut the guy some slack, Rin. Like, for fuck's sake. Like, this is a valuable ally of you resource of a found of information that could be useful for us here. Like, cut the guy some slack here, man.
Fine. Cutting him some slack.
I just think that if the Revenant are willing to pay us for this, then we should prepare for this and not just jump onto a rail system that may or may not be trapped or broken or something like that may cause us to miss the meeting with Ivan.
Yes.
Your friend
and we can
did
secure
say
pay.
You could teleport as well. That would be far quicker.
I'm sorry, Sir Barthos. This is a intergroup discussion.
All right, yeah.
Excuse
all right,
me.
Kurt does have a
We'll go back
folder,
back to Chicken.
Right.
I mean, Kurtz, you are about like 15 feet away from us, so
I'll have stepped over by now.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of just want to go late.
It's an A, B, C, D conversation, so
Yeah.
you can. F off.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Violence the E. Don't ask.
Like, me personally, like, we have something very important tonight, and that's my only concern. Like, normally you'd be like, yes, let's go kill some trolls and get money. But this way, if we just wait till tomorrow, we can secure funding, or at least payment, from the Revenant. We've already guaranteed at least 200 gold. I mean, by the gods, like, that's a ton of money.
Well, he never guaranteed us anything. He just said it would be worth it. He's not paying us for it.
If he doesn't, I have ways. Regardless, we can secure some payment, get this done right, stock up, resupply. I mean, we've been out in the fields killing bees and mushrooms and all sorts of things for days now. Like, I think that we need to take a step back, restock our supplies, maybe see if we need anything, and maybe just do this tomorrow.
It's not to say that there aren't things on it. I'll pull out my agenda book again. Hold on. Now, like I said, we do have a free afternoon here. We could always go to the library, right? Gain some knowledge of our own. We could always talk to these Revenant people about, some sort of payments to go do this thing. It's a mutually beneficial thing, but, we don't lean our hand that way. We just say that we're offering our opportunities. And then, we got a water council later. Well, there's lots of things we can still do today here, everyone. And tomorrow, really give the old hee-ho and give a full crack at it for the day of.
I suppose. If you want, I mean, today we could even try to get Timmy's body back if you wished.
Kurtz just goes quiet and, like, sulks back to his corner.
I mean, we could do that too if you wanted. I am a little curious to see how she's handling things right now, actually.
I do need to talk to Aaron about his conversation with Caldevar. That's out of character. That's just me.
Yeah. Not to mention a blessed moon stuff on the.
Perhaps, maybe to make the most of our day here before the War Council, we do a divide and conquer approach. Maybe some people split off.
Split the party.
Split off and do that. We'll convene at the War Council for preparations.
Preparations A through G have failed.
Who's going where? What now?
We're now on preparation H.
Oh, that's bad.
It's my favorite preparation.
The fast one.
So who's going where for what? I mean, I do want to go to the Nestled Fox to see if I can get the Nuzzled Fox to get the information, but I also am curious to going to the temple.
Why would we go to the temple?
To see how Tavari is doing.
That's a terrible idea.
This is a personal thing. I just want to see how things are holding up there.
Okay.
I could.
Rin wants to do.
What's that, Ergra?
That's what Rin wants to do. Anyone else?
I was just going to say perhaps Ergra and I could go do negotiations with the Revenant for this. I mean, Ergra's a bounty hunter. She knows her way around contracts and, scavenging monies there for services. And I'm just, one with the, just making people agree with me, but they don't necessarily know they are. So perhaps we could go do that, and you two could go to the Fox and to the temple and see about little Timmy there. I'm just throwing out ideas here, and then maybe we could just divide and conquer.
I'd be alright with that.
That seems fine.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. Well, there is a matter of you still, my dear, and I'll turn over to Violet and be like, I know you said you perhaps had some business to attend to today, so perhaps we could reconvene a little later this evening right around this spot. And I'll just kind of like point in this general direction.
Sure, dear. I have to check on the shipment of powder that came in and everything, so, and I have to get it to my distributors and stuff like that. So, yeah, I do have some business to attend to, and to be honest, I don't want to be running errands with you guys when I have my own to take care of.
As Kurt had said, powder, question mark?
Yeah, you go make that money, darling. You go make that money.
Yeah, you go.
Sugar mama. Okay.
As soon as she leaves, I want to call one of my former alley rat minions. One of the ones that work at the docks.
Okay. Well, she wasn't planning on leaving. She was gonna drink some ale before she went to.
No, just for future reference.
Okay.
Well, I see no reason to keep these two from their drinks at this early hour. Very early hour.
No. Hey, before they head out here, Barthos, anything in particular, maybe some book titles or anything that Rin and Kurtz can look for when they go to the Fox there, or just maybe a particular area, or just kind of pick and choose, like point and click.
Is there so I understand your question. Are you asking about a book to learn about a particular monster? Is that what you're saying?
The question I was asking him was anything in particular, like basically places that he researched when he was in there. There's rows and rows of shelves. So we don't need to go look at plants and fauna and shit. Like they're looking for other shit. Like is there a section of the library to look at or something? The bookstore.
There's a section on monsters, mythical, documented actual ones, stuff like that. Yeah, like if there's certain monsters you're trying to look up, it's probably going to be in the library.
Good to know. Trolls.
Right. And just for our little side quest here, our little side conversation here, and I'll just ask this to the group. Does anyone really know where we should be heading off to go talk to some Revenant about coin collection here for this quest, or what?
I'm going to guess the big fuck off tower.
There's a big fuck off tower.
Isn't that where the Revenant live in the lore? Like they have like a tower in Candoria proper.
What do you guys remember?
It's just like a big
what I remember from the lore is like the Revenant have a big fuck off tower in Candoria proper.
Okay.
They should at least have a university, one of the major buildings.
It's I know it's not in Candoria.
That's what I was thinking too. It's not the capital, but they do definitely have a location here where they have a central.
This is the capital.
Yeah, they don't have
their capital. They have their own capital.
Yeah, there's a university. There is it's a tower in the area, but it's not like the massive tower. So they had they're not ruins, but they had areas throughout Candoria, and they operated independently, but then they eventually came together and brought everyone into Candoria proper, and so they operate there out of the university.
It was more of an open air question, but more specific to Barthos, since he's the one who mentioned it, and Rin, who knows Revenant shit, but an open conversation, but kind of more directed at those two, since they have more of a Revenant knowledge than most people would.
Your best bets would be to seek out give me a quick sec.
The Grand Master was here currently, and he should still be in Candoria. He should have for the abjuration school with the lemur on his shoulder, if you remember him, Finley.
Oh yeah, that bastard.
You should be
The
able to.
one at Miss Honey's there. That's Sebastian fellow.
No, not Sebastian. Sebastian's a tabaxi.
Master Siphon.
Yeah, you could talk to
Siphon, right? Grandmaster Flex, Siphon. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You could perhaps ask him.
Famine is the one that's kind of like in charge of all the Revenant. But you guys haven't met her. You don't know anybody that knows her personally. Yeah, Carnage. You've heard of Carnage. You've met Siphon. You could try any avenue you want. You might have more luck talking to somebody who you already know. So maybe Siphon?
Fuck all. All right. So, damn it. All right. So we have somewhat of a direction. Okay. All right. So, yeah, right. We could just leave you two to catching up on your. I'll look down their cups. Fuck. And I'll slap like a gold piece on the bar and be like, the next couple's on Finley. And I'll put just one gold piece on the bar.
Okay.
And, just be wary of the time of day here, love. And then I will start walking
buy yourself something pretty.
Yeah. You still got business. You still got work to do there. So,
I mean, she's got that powder money coming in soon, so.
Yeah, don't get all kinds of shite faced. But, so I'll slap a gold down. And, I guess we'll just walk out of here and figure out where the frog we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, Finley, if I were to make a suggestion, I'd say we ask Miss Honey. She seems familiar with Master Siphon and would probably know where to find him.
That bitch.
Fine. Yeah, right. I don't have a problem with that. You want to go that direction first, Orgra?
I think it's better than just wandering around aimlessly.
Fair enough.
So we're splitting party. Who's going where and who's going first?
Ren and I are going to the temple, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to do that one before the Nestled Fox, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And before we split, we make a. Where do you all want to meet back here before we go to the War Council? Do we all know where the War Council meeting is? It's at Ivans, right? Do you just want to meet at Ivans later? I'll look down at my watch that I don't have.
I mean,
Nice.
we're not planning on being too long, are we?
We don't know. I mean, we might as well meet at Ivan's and.
We can. Here, just for a moment, Finley, enjoy a drink for a second. I'll cast the telepathic bond on us again, and we can keep in communications with each other.
Okay.
That way, if we need to rendezvous anytime early, or if one of us runs into trouble, we can quickly relay it, and you should be able to post-hastily come.
All right.
Remember,
Sure.
Finley, anyone attacks you, stab them in the penis and run away.
Stabbing that right.
That only works for 1/2 of the population, Kurtz.
Hey, that's better than 20%.
I'll pull out my agenda book in the back where they have like the note taking.
Actually, you know what? If it's anyone, stab them between the legs. I guarantee that's going to hurt a lot.
I mean,
Okay, right,
stabbing
hold on.
anyone anywhere would probably hurt a lot.
I mean, yeah,
You want to make sure, all right?
You said stab between the legs, right?
Between the legs, like in an upward motion.
Stab between legs.
His height is definitely going to help him there.
Exactly.
Upward motion. All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it is eye level for him, so.
That's right. These agenda books, they have like calendars on them, the dates and stuff, but in the back there's like a little note-taking section.
It's very important for any sword play. Trust me.
Fair enough.
What's the quote of the day?
Beat bubblegum and chew ass.
The quote of the day. Oh, okay. The best part of waking up is kawa in your cup. Look at that. It's not bad.
as these continued shenanigans are going on, I will do the telepathic bond for all of us.
Okay.
Fair
It
enough.
will last only an hour, but hopefully that should be enough time.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. And it says "Don't die" right underneath there.
Okay.
No, I just made that up. But that should probably be our quote of the day every day. So that's good.
All right, so
Right.
Finn and Ergra are heading off to Miss Honey.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we will go on our first break, and when we reconvene, we will split party and go our separate ways.
Yeah, split party.
My favorite part of any adventure is a split
I
party.
mean, in all fairness, this is probably the most equal party split we've ever done.
Caster in each one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Except for
Yeah.
Finn. Are
It's
you
just
together?
party here, and we'll be fine.
I can cast exactly one spell. I'm a fucking wizard, all right? I can
So
cast Cure
wizardy.
Wounds at level 1
Once a day.
once a day.
The makings of a revenant yet.
I also have this magical smoke bottle.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
you do.
Why does he still have that?
Well, he earned it. He jumped over lava to get it.
I worked for
You did
that.
do the leaps.
In all fairness.
Team Furger.
I've worked my ass off for all 3 of my magical items.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to go on a short break, and we will be back in a few minutes. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks.
Ooh.
It comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
jumping all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up. Just.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like a
not the
knife.
one.
I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
Second barrel.
It's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
Do you have to breathe? You can try using one.
That's not.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually gonna
reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldivar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys. Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Orthalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned. All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
Dang.
All right, so we are continuing our episode 10 of Horsemen of the Apocalypse, season 1.
Hey!
You guys are getting ready to split party. So we have some. So who wants to go first, and where are you going?
We can flip a coin.
Sure.
You can flip a HotA coin.
We can flip a HotA coin.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we'll do the HotA symbol as the heads and Trinity symbol as the tails. You know, heads, tails makes sense, right?
So who's the heads?
What are you guys going to be, heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay, so we're heads. All right, here we go. It is tails.
Okay.
All right. Team Fergra.
All right.
When you go all natural and forgot to shave.
Where were you guys wanting to go to first?
You're ahead to Miss Honey's.
To Miss Honey's. All right. So you know exactly where that little beehive building is. So it's still fairly early. I mean, it's getting. So what we said was it 10? Yeah. So now people are going to be filling up the city, and so there's going to be people everywhere. You're going to be, the closer you get to Miss Honey's, you're going to be seeing a lot more of the kids peddling the honey sticks. You can see the honeycomb structure straight ahead. What would you like to do?
Quick out of character. If you guys could collect our interest, that'd be great.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
We can certainly check in on production, see how the fuzzy chippy thingies are doing. We'll do our rounds. We'll do our business. We'll manage.
You're thinking more benevolent benefactor and less mafia wanting their cut.
Right. We will walk up to the honeycomb hut, and we're part owners. We'll just walk in. We don't knock anymore. Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk in, you can see Tomlin is sitting on the counter, and he's kind of all curled up and looks like he's sleeping. But you do not see Miss Honey, but you do hear some rummaging going on in the back room of the hive structure.
Miss Honey? And I'll knock on the door frame.
Just a minute, dear. One moment. And you hear some pots and pans banging, and she comes out, and this time she's in a really bright golden yellow dress, and she comes scampering over towards you. Still, it's got the the bell shape on it. Oh, hello, darlings. How are you?
Quite well, Miss Honey. We were actually wondering if you could give us a little information about the man you were conversing with yesterday, Master Siphon. We were trying to get a hold of him.
Oh, Siphon, yes. Are you asking where he is at the moment?
Where we could get in contact with him, yes.
Your best... Well, he's not here, darling. And this is you and Finley that's here, right? Okay. And she will see Finley. She's like, oh, darling, you forgot my customary greeting.
Nope, right. Nope, you're right. And I'll do my little double kiss thing.
How many times did you kiss it?
Twice.
Ooh, oh, you remember, darling. I love it when you greet me that way. But yes. So, Siphon was probably going to be at the academy if I don't know for sure. I haven't seen him today, but usually lately he's been around the academy. The Revenant College.
All right. The reason I ask is because we were planning to take on a certain task that the Revenant may be interested in and try to establish some form of payment. Now, we were planning to talk to Master Siphon, but if you know of some other better method of getting that done, I mean, we're all ears.
Well, let me think here, darling. Usually, any of the Grand Masters, they would be able to make executive decisions for a portion of the Revenant. And all of them have a master who is like their right-hand man. So any of the Grand Masters would be approachable for any kind of business matters. Some oversee different areas, but yeah, any of them would be a fair assumption. And if you approach them with it and it's not something that they could do, they could refer you to the right one.
All right, fair enough. And
I did have a question for you. See, you guys were all here earlier, and Rin was here, but then Rin came back, but it wasn't Rin, and he was a strange fellow. Do you know of this man? Question mark.
Was it a man or was it?
He looked just like Rin, but he was very odd.
Yes, our wizard has the ability to make a double of himself. This double is a little more simplistic than his normal form, but generally more likable.
Well, just between me and you, darling, if we, for further business meetings that we have, I would prefer if that strange one was not there.
I'll pass that on to the group.
Thank you, darling.
Right. And before we go, we took care of business. Now that we're kind of delved into the partnership here, upper management, if you will. Just a real quick, check in. How are the caves doing? How are the Furbies doing there? How is honey production? Just so we can delve to the group here. Kind of keep them in the loop of business ventures, if you will. Business takings.
Of course, darling. Yes, the Furbies are now starting to thrive again. They are definitely focusing their production on their young and trying to rebuild their population. So I have taken a fair amount of the honey that I could, but I was wanting to keep as much of it as possible there for them to rebuild for further production. But we were able to extract enough to subsidize all of the orders and for the children to peddle.
Good, excellent, good to hear. Back to production, back to manufacturing, back to making gold out of honey. I like it. I like that. That give and take that we have there. That's good. One produces the other. That's perfect. That's good to hear. Excellent.
And one of the children that Kurtz had referred to us. He is quite smart. He's actually working on a new way for them to how they store their honey. He's trying to come up with a way for them to store it differently, so it's going to be much more effective. So it should increase yields quite substantially, I believe.
What have you seen? What this creative endeavor is, or what was he planning on doing there?
So he looked at how honeybees build, how they store theirs in like a comb structure, and Furbies don't utilize that. So he's coming up with a way to build a thing for them to store it in. It's much more efficient. It's a very, that shape is very efficient. So, once he can build some prototypes, we'll start testing it and see if it helps. They may not like it, but if it works, it will definitely increase our yields.
Hey, profit margins, the arrow going up on the chart, if you will. Always good things to hear.
And
Miss
quality
Honey.
of life for the Furbies, of course, is what you meant, darling.
Right, yeah, sure, that absolutely, yeah, perfect. That's good. That's we will certainly let our business partners know of the increase in productions and getting the gears turning again. It's good. It's good to hear.
Redeemed by DM a potion for monsters. Ooh,
Who did that?
Thanks, Kurtz. I already have one, but I have one now in the bank.
And speaking of increasing production, Miss Honey, the tiger lily flowers that the Furbies use, I think I may be able to help make them grow even better than normal. Do you think that would be helpful with the production?
Definitely, darling. Do tell. What can you do?
I have a way with plants.
Oh. Yeah. What were you planning on doing?
just essentially making them grow twice as big.
Twice as big? And she'll sit down. Wow, that would immensely help the Furbies. Yes, I definitely think this should be a priority.
We should have some time later this afternoon, so I'll drop by the cave. I assume there hasn't been any recurrence of the Hornet problem.
No, once you guys did whatever it is you did, they have not shown up in the caves at all.
All right, I'll stop by later today and take care of that.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else for
Pulls
you?
out. Finley quietly pulls out his agenda book and like starts writing. Caves. Fuck. All right. Snapping to the book of things to do today. All right.
We don't want to do the DM's cave, but we'll go do our own cave adventure. That's awesome. Okay.
All right. Well, Miss Sunny, I'm sure you have business to attend to, and Tomlin looks like he's busy at work as well. So good, busy as bees there. Excellent. Always. All right. Ergra.
Bee puns. I love it, darling.
They don't come often, but I throw them out when it suits. So all right.
Anything
I
else?
do, lady.
Okay. She will. Go ahead. Did you have something?
Nope, that was
Okay.
all.
All right. She will go back to busy work, and you guys are free to go wherever thou wants to.
Universidad.
All right. So you make your way through the town, and the Wizard Academy is going to be. So you'll have to cross over into the Central Market and make your way through a bunch of buildings. Over by the docks, over here is where the Wizard Academy is. It's a very large structure, and as you're getting closer, you're going to see a lot of Revenant initiates everywhere. They're all wearing, standard wizard garbs. A lot of them are carrying books, and some have wands, some have staffs, some have glowing orbs. You see a lot of glowing blue eye people around here. They all seem to be very busy this time of day, working on schoolwork, and you'll see some of these initiates are with an instructor, and some of them are going out to do practical exercises and practicing magic. You'll see some wizards over on the shoreline doing magical incantations and doing stuff to the water, stuff like that.
We still have a telepathic bond, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will telepathically bond to Ergra, and I'm guessing everyone else hears it anyway. I'll just say, Ergra. Wait, I don't have to whisper. Ergra. Check out all the nerds. A bunch of nerds. Anyway, all right, lead on. Continue. That's all.
A nerd calling wizards nerds. Love it.
And Erga's pulling up her hood and wrapping a scarf around her face.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, we approach.
Yeah, we'll just walk up, and there's no guards or anything. It's
Nope.
let's just walk up to the school kind of thing.
It's kind of like a college campus. So picture, so you got your 18 to 30, but mostly in the 20s kind of a thing, age. So you can see some of them as you're kind of getting into the inner works of it. The outside perimeter of it looked very professional, like a lot of the school instruction stuff going on. But as you're getting further into the academy, you start to see the college age kids stuff happening, like guys messing around and pulling pranks on each other. It's all still pretty professional, but they're letting their hair down, like they're doing more of the college age stuff.
People throwing Tinsler floating discs like frisbees and
It's like, bro, do you know Professor Caldevar's physics on metaphysics class? Man, I think I failed that exam.
I haven't been to that class in like 2 weeks, bro.
Do you want to get some of this fucking bee sap I got from Miss Honey?
Oh, dude. Yeah, man.
Every single one of these little study students, they're all blue-eyed, right? They're all brilliantly blue-eyed?
Yes. Yes, and they're all
hacky sacking with an orb and shit.
Yep, you see some of them out there playing horseshoes, but they're like magical horseshoes that like fly around and then do like spinny moves around the pole and stuff. You see some of them over on the beach playing volleyball, but you don't see a ball. Yeah, there's a little beach. It's not like a big one, but it's a small little beach along the water side. But the ball seems to be invisible most of the time, but then it'll kind of appear, and so they're having to like use magical abilities to see the ball while they're
Love
playing.
Love it.
Stuff like that.
So I guess we'll just walk into like what looks to be a main door kind of thing. Look for like is there like a secretary desk kind of thing, like a check-in counter or some shit?
So the area you guys are walking up to is looks more like a dormitory.
Are there any adults? Where are the adults? Where's the supervision?
Yeah, we're not gonna walk into a dormitory.
No, it's not like a dorm, but like it's this long hallway that you have to pass through to get into the inner workings of it. And you see this long, it's like a coat hanger, and you see these little pouches hanging on all these coat hangers, and there's just dozens and dozens and dozens of these all strung down. And as you're walking through this corridor, you see these initiates walk up, and they'll go into, and it'll open like a little portal. They'll climb, they'll climb into it, and then disappear.
The fuck what?
There's coat racks with little bags on them.
You should like put all the pouches into other pouches.
Into the pouch.
Yeah, they like magically go into the pouch, and they disappear.
That's very unsettling. Let's go.
And you see them like coming, like as you're walking, someone will pop out and like, oh, excuse me, and they'll like go about their business, and someone will come in and go into one of the pouches.
Urgra, hold on, hold the phone, hold on, one moment. Are you not intrigued by these? Do you not want to walk? I mean, we could walk down the long, scary hallway in a second, but you don't want to like pop into one of these. This looks like you're seeing this, right? I'm not tripping balls or nothing. Still, the mushrooms wore off a while ago. You're seeing people go into bags and come out, right? Or am I just seeing that?
I'm seeing that, Finley. However, I don't want to go anywhere where I don't know where I'm going. The only thing I'm tempted to do is maybe put one of these over a toilet or something.
All right, see, now that's kind of funny, and we should probably put a pin in that. But what if we went into one together? Like, can I make any kind of like magic arcana check to see if that would fuck anything up, or can we hold hands and go in one at the same time?
Yeah, you can give me an arcana check. Tell me exactly what you're looking for, and I'll tell you.
Arcana! Bam! Okay.
Where is my...
I got a 24 DM. I mean, basically, my question was, I'm getting the gist that these things go somewhere because people are disappearing. But my main question was, if we hold hands and go in together, is that gonna mess up how this mechanism works, or do I have a kind of an idea that, whether it's 1 or 20, 2, 3 people walking at the same time?
Yeah. It's one person at a time, but you could go in like consecutively and both go through. But as far as like holding hands and 1, 2, 3 jump, it's not like it, because it's a tiny pouch hole. It's like one person
right.
Okay. And then they go into it. It's not.
Got it. Cool. Okay. My main check was to make sure that if we hold hands and go in, we're not going to come out the other side like my arms coming out of our neck kind of thing, right? Exactly.
Yeah, you would go in consecutively.
Okay. All right. I mean, all right. Fair deal. Let's go do what we came here to do, but on the way back, I think we should jump into one of these things. I'm just saying, just real quick experience, just to say that we did it. Just think about it.
I'm willing to think about it, Finley.
Fair enough. All right, here we go, and we'll walk back. We'll keep walking down the hallway.
Okay, so you pass this hallway, and it opens up to a larger area, and it has this like kind of like a globe structure. It's all bronze, and there are some books here, some large chandeliers, and some natural sunlight is coming in. The chandeliers aren't lit. There are lots of candles and stuff, but there's a ton of natural sunlight that is coming in. And you can actually see Jojo is kind of playing with the globe thing, the lemur thing that you saw before.
Oh, he's the lemur.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like...
Okay. So we see Jojo. Can we try to call him over? Like, hey, Jojo, come here, Jojo. You remember us?
Yeah, you'll see him kind of perk up, and he'll run over to you, and he'll like want you to pick him up.
Okay, yeah, of course I will. I want a monkey so bad. Oh my gosh! All right, yeah, I'll pick him up.
Okay.
Put him on my shoulder.
Yeah, and he'll kind of like wrap around, like he'll run from one shoulder to the other and like wrap his tail around your neck just for stability, and he just starts like cuddling his head up on your head.
I don't know where he's been.
It's a familiar.
Fair points. I just because this is a monkey and I want one. Just for training purposes to see, I'm gonna pull out a honey stick. I'm gonna say, are you allowed? Oh wait, hold on. Are you allowed to have one of these, or I'll just like hold the honey stick out and see what he does.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, jeez Louise. Arthur, can he have one of these, or is this a bad idea?
I'll probably just make him hyper for a while. Then I'll just crash.
All right, so he will take the honey stick from your hand and just start like just biting straight into it, and like he didn't tear. You know, it's a monkey. He's not that smart. He tore off. He didn't tear off the top. He just starts to bite into it. So you just see honey start to flow over his mouth, and his eyes get like super wide, and he starts like starting to like reach his hands down your sides looking for more.
No, hold on, Jojo, hold on.
And he's getting like really frisky, like digging through the shirt and like.
No,
I'm grabbing the Jojo by the scruff of his neck.
And you'll see him.
Don't hurt him! Don't hurt him! He just likes the honey sticks. It's okay. Is that right?
This doesn't hurt him, Finley.
Okay. He kind of just assumes.
Does his face look hurt, or was he?
No, he doesn't look hurt. He just kind of assumes like a submissive position as you're holding him up.
Urgra, you look like you're hurting him. No, what are you doing?
You what?
I pulled down my scarf so my tusks are showing.
And you'll. Okay, go ahead.
Siphon. And I'll gently put him down.
And you'll see the lemur just kind of scurry off around the corner.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, wait, are we supposed to follow that, or what? I thought you scared him off.
And if I scared him, who do you think he would go to as I'm running?
Alright, fair point. Oh shit! And I'll run out. I'll try to chase after Urgra.
So you follow the lemur. He's taking off pretty fast, goes around a couple corners, not very far, and you'll see him quickly approach the backside of a wizard standing there and climb up the backside of it, and you can see the blue tattoo glowing stuff all over his body.
Ooh, is he currently glowing, or just the tattoos are there?
The tattoo. What? What do you say?
Like, is that always glowing, or is it just like when he's doing some arcane shit? Is that they glow?
Every time you've seen him so far, they've just had a slight glow to him.
A slight glow. Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
Master Siphon.
And he will, like, as Jojo's kind of like frantically climbing up. What's wrong, Jojo? And he'll turn around and, oh, good to see you guys. I haven't seen you here at the academy before. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Actually, we heard that you may be in need of our help, or at least the Academy may be. We've heard that the source of the power for the simulation machine, the crystals that you guys are in short supply of, we may be interested in helping you clear out the trolls from the quarry.
Oh, yeah, the power crystals is something we've been wanting to obtain. We were thinking about maybe sending out a contingent of wizards to deal with them. But you were wanting to take on this adventure yourself?
Well, we were certainly considering it. How long would it not be worth for you?
As you guys are talking, I finally catch up. Like,
okay.
Hold on, and I'll put my hand like up on like Urgra's like hip for a second, just to like catch my breath. Okay.
As you can tell, he could use the exercise.
Continue on. Don't mean to interrupt. Go on. Like kind of.
And Jojo will start like licking his face, and Siphon will look at Jojo and be like, "What? Why is your face sticky, Jojo?" And like, oh no, what is that? And he'll kind of like he'll touch the face and kind of smell it. Did you give him sugar?
I'll be like, as I like kind of like stretch my back, like because I was not prepared to run today, and like kind of stretch a little bit, like. I mean, I may have given him a honey stick or two, yeah, perhaps. I mean, it's not bad, is it? He's okay. He's all right.
Well, Jojo's very sensitive to sugar.
How so sensitive are we talking here? He seems to be all right. He wanted more.
And you'll see him kind of slightly start to panic, and there's a little trap door that's in the back of this, and he'll kind of like, all right, Jojo, go in there, and he'll close it, and he'll lock like 3 locks on it. All right.
What the fuck?
Jeez, why are you locking him away? Is he all right? He's not dying? Is he? What's wrong with you? What?
We'll be safer now. Trust me.
Isn't he a familiar? Can't you just snap your fingers and dismiss him?
That's interesting that you asked that. He is not a familiar. He is a real-life creature.
Oh.
Yes.
He's the real boy.
Yes.
And what, he turns into a Hulk when he eats sugar?
His claws come out. It is very, we're all better off with him in there.
Alright.
What have I done? Alright, I'm here now. I'm just catching my breath. Go ahead, continue your conversation. I'm still like trying to like stretch my rib cage out a little bit. Like, oh god.
I mean, if nothing else, we have a nice plan L for the next Horseman. Just give him Jojo with sugar, apparently.
Yeah, as far as the power crystals, we could actually use some help with this. We do have people we could send out, but we are preparing for the inevitable coming of the Horsemen on the night of the 7th day of the festival. So we would prefer to keep all of our wizards training to prepare for this.
That is a big reason as to why we are interested in the crystals ourselves, because we want to use the holographs for further training purposes for ourselves and, of course, for others.
Right. Yeah, the Academy was really looking forward to using this, but when I was unaware that the resources were so low until the day of when you guys competed. We had plans of doing many simulations for our initiates and our higher-ranking wizards, but we just haven't been able to get to it. So we would also benefit immensely from having these crystals.
So as far as a contingent of wizards, about how many people were you thinking? Our party is of 4.
After evaluating your guys' performance when you fought the dragon in the simulation, from what intel we have gathered, I don't see how this would stop you guys. You guys should be fine.
All right. And as far as price, what had been allocated to this particular task?
Price. Well, when we task out our wizards on missions, it's part of their training, so they don't collect a salary per se. But since you would be coming along as mercenaries, we could definitely look into paying you. What were you looking to get for this endeavor?
I'll just look down to Finlay and give him a nod.
Right. What my business associate here is trying to say here, Grandmaster, is that, if you're good at something, you don't do it for free. And to be quite honest, if this is something that's important, which it sounds like it is, and you are perhaps embarking on taking care of the problem yourself, we could always, intercede with our own group, mentally, telepathically to Ergra and the group. Still need a team name, because I'm in the middle of negotiations. So no name used here. And I will come back to the conversation. To be quite honest with you, I mean, it sounds a little bit dangerous here. I mean, we've heard tales of these. There's some trolls involved. They're harnessing powers of these crystals, which are very powerful indeed. And of course, souped up trolls. Trolls come at a fair price bargain alone, let alone super hyperbolic growth plant crystal trolls. So I think a fair wager here, and I think one of my other compatriots here, Kurtz, had a pretty fair number involved when he said about what do you say, Ergra, like 2,000 gold to take care of such an endeavor?
Something along those lines.
You said 2,000?
Yep.
When you say 2,000, it won't seem to faze him at all.
Okay.
As in, like, he's not taking you serious.
I mean, we're taking on an entire colony of trolls here.
Well, you may be misinformed about the difficulty of this. There's maybe a half dozen or so. We don't know the exact number of them.
We're telepathically linked, right?
Should still be
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, it has been an hour.
Are Urgra and Finley sort of relaying the whole conversation to us?
Yeah. Whoever's not talking is probably relaying.
Yeah. So I'll say, how much do you value your apprentices at?
Value your what?
How much do you value your apprentices at?
Oh, apprentice. They said princess.
Like your
I
people.
heard princesses too, but yes.
Yeah, I heard princess. Yeah. I mean,
Apprentices.
We're gonna start a Disney sub franchise with lots of HotA princesses.
Do you want to build a simulacrum?
Okay, fine.
It just has to survive.
And you'll
Grandmaster
start
here,
to hear,
Grandmaster,
like
I mean,
a
how much do you?
primeval growl coming from this little door that he locked JoJo in.
Poor JoJo. I feel bad.
Coming from in there.
Are you sure he's all right? Yeah, are you sure he's all right back there? Is the desk moving or anything, or just growls?
The desk? No, it's like a little door frame that he kind of threw in and closed the door and locked it. So you just you're just hearing like growling noises coming from the door.
Shit. Never give a monkey honey. Got it. All right.
I want a monkey now. I'm just gonna feed it honey and throw it at people.
It's like a Chucky doll.
Damage.
It's like a gremlin.
So a thought just came to me here, Grandmaster. I mean, how much do you value your apprentices' lives here? I mean, you're willing to send out what students for extra credit? Is it an elective or something? Or I mean, these we are highly trained professionals here. You're getting the top dollar for our services here. You're getting the best of the best here. White Fang, you might have heard of some tales of me. We have the mighty Urgra who slays dragons with arrows, and we're all on the same team here. But at the fair shake of a fair wager and a fair bargain, I mean, you can't tell me the Revenant doesn't have that kind of coin to throw around anyway, right?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay.
You do have an inspiration point, Finley.
I mean, Finley's a freaking halfling. He can't nat one it. He's a bard. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be fine.
I'm just saying.
I'll allow you to roll first before you decide if you want to.
Oh my gosh.
15.
Ooh, I'm gonna spend a luck point
Okay.
on that one. What the hell am I doing again?
Roll.
You roll again.
Persuasion.
Oh,
14.
Even better.
Would you like to use your inspiration?
Sure.
Let's go for 13.
There's money involved here.
Okay.
There's a lot of money involved here.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
a 4, a 3, and a 4.
So
Wow.
I did tell you guys originally that you can give away inspiration points for each other if you have one that someone has purchased, but then
That's fine. We're good. The dice gods have spoken.
I think we know. It's telling us.
okay, fate has decided. All right.
We're good.
So he does concur with you about the importance of this, and there is definitely a monetary value to having these for Quacky is redeemed by Finley an inspiration point. Oh!
All right.
Easy come, easy go.
Big money, no whammy.
Do you want to use it?
Are you using
If throwing one at me, I should probably use it.
Okay.
This is important.
If one of the devs buys you an inspiration point, yeah.
To be fair, somehow in this D&D universe, AJ found a way to telepathically bond Jinx me when he said, "I'm the bard. It'll be fine."
Are you gonna
It has
use?
been a 1. So
Why would you say that? Why would you?
Across town.
Are you gonna use the new one? Or are you gonna keep it?
There we go.
There we fucking go.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I definitely think that it'll cost us far more in the long run not having the ability to run these simulations.
Yes.
We could do 400 gold.
600.
That is so much less.
Wait, so how much did he say? I was thinking
400.
600.
400. So I will. You will see me kind of camber again.
Scroll
be like,
cheered 100 bits. He said, "Throw in the monkey when you have a deal."
I'll tell you what, Master Siphon. I'll tell you what. You make it 600, and I will babysit JoJo until he comes down from his high.
You done fucked up.
Deal. He'll hand you the key. He'll hand you the key to the door, and as he's handing it over, be like, "Do not release the beast until I'm clear of this area."
What did you do?
No roll.
Roll for initiative. You're dead.
Just leave him. Just leave him in there and just pile a bunch of shit on top of the trapdoor.
The bars start to bend.
Alright, so that was 600 GP.
Yep.
Hey.
Alright, and there is a revenant who has been the one scouting out the area that you may want to talk to. His name is Lebanon. And he kind of looks out the skylight, and he should be getting out of instruction right about now, actually. You might want to see if you could find him, and he can give you any details about what he knows before you head out.
Now, you say he knows the site. By chance, would he be able to teleport us there? We've heard talk about some railway system, but it seems a little janky.
Yeah, he could definitely teleport you there. So we actually have teleportation pads set up around Candoria that all the people use to travel, but there was a series of monster attacks that destroyed all the pads. We actually have been in the process of reconstructing them. The one here just this morning got finished being constructed. The ones for the shroud locations and the vein locations should be up within the next day or two. So people can use those pads for traveling. But as far as Lebanon specifically, he could get you from here to there instantaneously, no problem.
Wait, what's the place called?
Say a name? I didn't hear a name yet.
Guys,
Tavern, you mean?
Yeah, the wizard's name is Lebanon.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, like...
Yeah. With the actual life.
Like, let's not go there.
So before we go find this the scout here, just out of sheer curiosity, I'll look over the table. What were you working on here, Grandmaster? If you don't mind me asking.
You will see some potions and some scrolls and some like beakers and some sciencey looking shit. He'll kind of look at you and impressed with your intrigue, but responds something along the lines of, "This is official revenant business. It's not really your place to ask."
Fair enough. I will cast Detect Thoughts to see what's on the top level of his mind, but not delve any deeper.
Okay. It's experimental potions used on the initiates.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. So you said experimental?
Yeah.
Yep. No.
I'm gonna write that down here. Experimental potions used on students?
Initiates, but yeah.
Initiates, okay.
It's just like it's just like back in the
Got
army.
some more cheers for sciencey looking shit. 100 bits, thanks.
No, it is.
Awesome.
It's a hazing potion.
The power of science.
Back in my day in the army, we just like made people like crawl through their own vomit. But I mean,
different kind of hazing here at the academy. All right.
Are you wishing to delve deeper?
No.
Okay.
Just top level shit.
not yet.
So, before we go, just so we know who we're looking for, so we're not wandering around the campus here. What does Lebanon look like, just so we can find him a little quicker?
And you'll see him pick up a stone, and he'll start to swirl some magic around it, and it'll take him a moment. But then he'll respond. I let his instructor know for him to come find you in the courtyard area of the academy, not the market.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll let you get back to your sciencey shit here. Fair enough.
Okay. And
Thank you, Grandmaster. And I'll do a weird bow, or I'll look at Urgra. Do you
No, you just say thank you, and actually be going because I'm about to release the beast.
Have a good day, and you'll see him just kind of take off. Once he's like,
you don't have to like release this fucking chaos monkey.
And once he's like around a couple of corners, you're kind of hearing, "Good luck."
Shit. I'm scared at the same time, super excited to see where this monkey leads us. But did we put a bell on him or anything, or did we just let him out of the cage or like?
Well, no, he's still in the room, Finley.
Oh, okay, all right. I can't see him.
I'm holding the key. Well, you can't see through a door last time I checked.
Oh, I thought you let him out of the thing. Okay.
No, he's still in there.
I was warning Siphon because he wanted to be out of the room before the lemur got released.
Just fucking leave him in the trap door.
All right, let's go find the scout.
This is all telepathic. Just fucking leave him.
Finley, you can't because part of your deal was to look after the monkey until he's out of his high.
Yeah, you're looking after him by leaving him in the fucking hole.
I mean, Finley, you can find Lebanon by yourself.
Oh, all right. I will go by myself to go find the scout.
And we sub-split the party.
One more time.
It's almost like it was part of the plan.
Urgra fights a monkey.
And roll initiative. No, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go try and find the scout.
Okay, so Finley leaves and starts to head towards the corridor area. It's going to be... So that hallway that you were walking down, one side was part of the building, and the other side kind of had like archways, so that was kind of open. And that area leads to that courtyard place that he was saying Lebanon would meet you.
Okay. I will just stand there like an idiot.
Okay, so
waiting for someone to walk up to
yeah,
me.
so you're in the courtyard, so there's, these initiates coming and going and stuff, going to classes. There's ones coming and going into those little bags. But you have...
One second.
Yep, go ahead.
Do I see any hot college chicks walking around?
You have a girl, you have like a basic wife.
I know. Look, not touch. Are there any hot college chicks walking around?
Roll a d6 for me.
D6, got it.
That's a strange dice, but okay.
I think that's the number of how many hot chicks he sees.
Perhaps.
They're like all half orcs.
3. So you see 3 students that you would consider in your range of shenaniganable.
I mean, that's not saying much considering he saw a corpse and he did that on our journey.
Wow.
That's taking it back.
Yeah.
So
we don't talk about those times.
I'm gonna see the hot chicks walk by. Old Finley, shenanigans takes over, and I'm kind of like, looking at him like, and then I'm like, no, and I'll like kind of, I have Violet's hair thing in my one side pocket. I'll just like put my hand in my pocket and just kind of close my eyes and like avert my gaze from the hot chicks as they walk away. Just,
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You're like a grad student amongst freshmen.
Bad Finley. All right, here we go. All right, where's the scout at?
Do we want to do the lemur or the Lebanon?
I'll jump in. All right.
It doesn't matter to me. You had a look on your face, so it looked like you were wanting to do your thing.
I mean, I do.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So I have my key. I'm gonna make sure the area is clear. I assume we're in a hallway or something. So first of all, do I still hear the monkey going crazy in this room?
It has increased in intensity, and now you can hear scratching at the backside of the door.
Just leave it alone.
At least I know it's still in the room and it hasn't escaped.
Yes, it's still there.
Before that happens, I'm going to put the key in the hole, and the second I open the door, I'm going to be ready to cast Hunter's Mark at level 5 on this stupid lemur.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. What the hell? You're going to kill the lemur?
No, it allows me to track it anywhere.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Run.
Yeah, who do you think he is, Kurtz?
All right, so there was the 3 locks, the same key for us. So you undo the first one, the second one, and you stick the key in the third one, and you start to turn it, and you hear no noise coming from the lemur.
So I have, given another thought, I cast Goodberry and have 10 berries ready.
Okay.
As soon as I open the door, Hunter's Mark's going to happen.
Okay.
Both my hands are free. I'm not using a bow or arrow or nothing.
Okay.
And it berries in the pocket, and I'm gonna and I'm ready. Holding.
Do you have the good berries out?
I do not have the good berries out there in my pocket. First thing first is gonna be Hunter's Mark.
Okay. So as you crack it open and you do Hunter's Mark, you can see. So this is maybe like a 3 foot deep, kind of like little hole in the wall kind of a thing.
A closet?
No, it's small. It's on like ground level, so you had to have like got underneath, underneath. So it's this little cubby area, and you can see JoJo in the back corner like shaking, and like little bits of foam in the corners of the mouth. Just...
You ever seen Gremlins?
It's basically Gollum at this point.
So he hasn't done anything. You just see him like kind of tweaking out.
Mm-hmm. So I cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then seeing it doesn't do anything. I'm going to reach into my hand, and I'm going to just little flip it one good berry.
Okay, so you'll flick it, and it'll kind of he's like deadlock stare in your eyes, and it'll kind of like hit his face, and then kind of like fall on the ground, and he'll like maintain the focus on you, but then you can see the little paw kind of like.
I'll take the berry for myself.
Okay, and he's like, not it'd be easy to find it if you just look down, but he's keeping the lock on your eyes, and he's kind of like paws moving around until he finds the berry, and kind of like slides it back. And you'll see it'll kind of like it's still like all crazy, but like the menacing look is gone. It'll kind of like start to move forward and like look like he wants more.
Yep. I'll reach in my hand and I'll hold out another one. I'm just gonna actually give it a little arc to the top, so like.
Okay. And you'll just see this uncanny speed of just scuff them all in there, and they'll kind of like roll on his back, and like just feel this little tiny pooch of a belly, and they'll just kind of be patting it, and the noise coming from him.
I love this monkey so much.
Yep. And so then I will slowly reach my hand, and I'm gonna like get under his head, and just give him a little scritch on the back of down his ears.
Okay.
You lose 3 fingers.
It'll kind of startle him, and it'll kind of prick around again, and he'll be like sniffing at you. Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Yes.
Just watch. Roll 20.
You handle that monkey.
Roll 20. Freaking hates me.
Ooh, hey, 20.
There you go. There you go.
Good thing we're level 20.
So, even though it had like that sugar rapey thing going on, the fact that you offered it these good berries, and it like one good berry will satisfy the hunger of a person. A handful of them to a little tiny monkey is going to like overfill it. So you'll just see like instantly JoJo's going to become super lethargic, like 3 Thanksgiving dinners lethargic.
The best.
And it's kind of like be like kind of like Garfield, just like dragging on the belly like over to you, like looking pathetic.
The thing that he doesn't bite me when I start to scritch him, I'm just gonna cradle him under one arm and just like slowly pull him out of the cubby, close the door, lock it back up, and I'm just gonna one arm baby doll him.
Okay.
And just walk up to find Finley.
And you'll still see like the eye movement is like still really erratic and like he's just like analyzing everything, but like body is just total food coma.
Amazing. Adorable.
So yeah, you now have a food comatose sugar
monkey.
Rabid monkey lemur.
A lemur.
In your possession.
Jesus.
Little bounce.
Well played.
Okay. We wanting to go. What we
I'm
want to
gonna
do?
try and meet up with Finley in the courtyard.
Okay.
That's where I heard was going.
All right. So you see Finley kind of pacing around in the courtyard. His hand is in his pocket.
Head down.
You have not seen your contact yet.
He has a hand in his pocket?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One hand.
In my pocket, kind of head down. Like if I see a chick, I kind of like look away again. Like just
and you
really
have
beside myself.
You do have a telepathic bond. So what are some things that Ergo would be hearing? You think about as you're walking up?
College bitches.
Co-eds.
Just probably a lot of like internal monologue of like, oh my gosh, like the thing. No, bad Finley, and like a couple smacks, just constantly struggling back and forth of like, ooh, piece of candy. Oh no, candy's bad. Ooh, piece of candy. No, candy's bad, and just like a whole bunch of that. For you guys on the other end of town, it's like, what the fuck is going on right now? But yeah, piece of candy.
As usual.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll walk up and hear this crazed internal monologue. I'll be like, oh, hey, look, Finley, it's a lemur.
Oh my God.
Slowly. He's still kind of cheap.
I'll just try to really gently pet his little lemur little head.
And you'll see him go to like raise his hand up to touch it, but just like the arm just goes limp. Like he's just like out of it, man.
Oh, he looks so peaceful, like a little lemur angel. What did you do to him?
You can see his stomach is a little distended. He's super full.
I just probably gave him diabetes.
Oh,
you gave the lemur beatus.
You are so good at he looks like a little baby there in your arms. This is adorable. I've never seen this side of you, Urgra. This is like a whole new chapter, a whole new leaf I've never seen here. You're really good with animals there.
Not that complicated. I don't know what Siphon was so shitting his pants about.
Okay.
He's not, and I saw the hand go up. So he's not dead. Okay, all right. Okay, good. Right.
Not dead.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Just in a happy place. All right, fair enough.
And you will see walking down the corridor, there's a wizard who is approaching you. He's got glowing blue eyes. He's wearing normal wizard garbs, but he's got this kind of shawl cape that kind of comes around from the chest, goes over his shoulders and drapes behind him. Most of it is kind of purple color, but then there's like the silver border that edges all the way around it. And the cape part is kind of like a scarf. It completely encompasses around his neck, but then the cape part has like a big slit up the middle. So it
Show
has
off.
two parts that's kind of like slowly flowing in behind him. He looks very proper, very nice.
About how old is he?
In 30s.
Okay.
And you see him approaching you, and he's like walking towards you specifically. Like not just walking. He's making eye contact and making his way towards you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want us to keep going on our side, or do you want to switch over to the other crew for a little bit?
It's up to you
That's
guys.
up to you guys.
Are you guys bored?
Go ahead. Yeah, switch over to the other group for a little
Okay.
bit. We're good. We're
Perfect. Good. All right. So, Rin and Kurtz, where were you guys wanting to go?
I think we're going to the temple, but are we due for another break?
We can start a little bit, and then we can go on break.
Sure.
We'll go a little ways.
Yeah. So on our way to the temple, I just kind of want to lean down to Rin and be like, so why are we going to see Alundra again?
Tavara,
Alundra, whatever. I'm never going to get that right.
Maybe by episode 45, we'll have it down.
Yeah. Just to check in on things, how all of it's going.
I think all of us have made that mistake once, at least once, except for AJ.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to check in on some things, and perhaps maybe also just scope the place, see where they might be, perhaps keeping their what perhaps entails with these rituals they're doing.
Okay.
Well, it's not really our place to ask, is it?
It is my place to be curious and to record anything that is of historical value and importance to all of Candoria.
Understandable, but maybe don't go in as Ren Edoran wizard. Maybe go in as Maybe go in as Min Faloran, cleric of the church. You understand what I'm saying?
No, but one moment, and I quickly cast Alter Self on myself, and I change my appearance to look like a human.
Exactly.
Is this what you mean?
Yes. Maybe. Listen,
Can I
they.
change my attire too? Because I think this is a bit of a giveaway from my...
No. Can you look like a cleric? Like a initiate cleric.
Do you have robes?
You can do magic.
I can't make an illusion for that. I didn't study that.
You can make a massive mansion, but can't do clothes.
Yeah, that's really where Kurtz is right now.
I could make some clothes if you give me the time, but I mean...
That's really where Kurtz is right now.
Kurtz, it's science.
Science, guys.
It's like, maybe you can sneak in as this persona you have now. Because you didn't really leave the best impression last time you met with Tabaria.
Alright, fine. I'll actually take off my cloak, fold it up, put it in my bag of holding, take off my vest, just have my white plain shirt on and just my breeches and boots, and just and then I'll change the color with prestidigitation. I'll turn it to all white.
Okay.
My attire. I mean, it's the best I can do.
What'd you
Does
say?
Does he look like a pilgrim now?
What did you say, Connor?
I said, take it off.
Oh.
Oh, on our way though, I do want to summon one of my misfits.
Vagabonds.
Oh yes. Okay.
One of the ones from the docks.
From the docks. Okay, that would be. You give me a name of one of them.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Okay.
Oh,
girl.
Ooh, it's a girl. It's a
Yeah.
girl.
I'm an equal opportunity boss, all right?
All right. So she goes by Lizzie.
Like, hey, yo, Lizzie.
Hey.
Hey.
What does she look like, Kurtz?
Human. No, gnome. Blonde hair.
Ooh, blonde gnome. Okay.
Green eyes.
Okay.
Shorter than usual.
Shorter than usual person or gnome?
Gnome.
Oh, short gnome. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a very good pickpocket because no one notices her.
Okay. Is her hair like always upright?
No, she wears a hood.
Okay.
Tries to hide it because, gnomes and blonde hair.
Okay.
She's smart. She's a smart kid.
Okay. So she approaches you and doesn't actually say anything. But she has your attention.
I'll sort of scoop her up like she's like my infant child.
Okay.
And be like, hey, Lizzie, how's it going at the docks?
And you'll see her start to like sign language at you.
Mm-hmm. Is it her own code?
Yeah. She you know that she doesn't speak.
Mm-hmm.
She can hear, she can speak, but she chooses not to, and she uses like hand signals to convey.
So what's she saying?
She's saying it's good to see you, and asking how you've been since the whole Timmy ordeal.
Well, hit and miss, Lizzie. Listen, I got a question for you. You've been working down at the docks with the rest of the gang, right?
Yeah, she says, I have really strong hands, makes the job really easy.
Exactly. They don't expect from you, but you deliver. That's what I like.
And you've used her for recon stuff because she's so quiet. She's an observer. So you use her in the past for going to an area and watching people and...
Be like,
she's really good at giving hand signals because that's how she communicates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, Lizzie, you heard of this stuff called powder down at the docks?
What kind of powder she'll sign?
I don't really know. Powder. Woman, attractive, purple hair.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we just this morning got in shipments. Yeah, it's all being signed. There was a boat that came in with a large shipment of powder.
What is this?
She'll say she doesn't know exactly what it is, but it's something for the. It's like a retail item that's bought and sold. It's something for consumption. It's like a food type.
It's on like our line of work or on like the normal people's line of work?
explain that to me. I don't understand what you're
Like, is it underground, like a drug, or is it like?
No, it's like open market thing.
Could you get me and my friends a sample? Just a little bit. We don't need much.
Oh, yeah. She says she's excellent with her hands, and she thinks she could maybe go acquire some. She'd have to sneak onto the boat, though.
Listen, if you think any chance that you're gonna get caught, don't do it. But if you can maybe like get a little bit, you take that to me and the boys. And you seen this woman around, purple hair, attractive? You seen her?
She'll nod.
Is she like in charge of shit, or is she like a deckhand, or like what's going on?
Dilly dilly, we got some cheers. In return, I'll let you pet my monkey and JoJo. So she'll say that she has seen this purple-haired woman talking with miscellaneous people. She seems to be their superior and bringing in shipments, and she fills out paperwork, and they go off for instruction, and then they go on their way, and they transport the barrels of the powder and stuff.
All right. You and the boys, everyone from the gang, you keep an eye on this woman, all right? If she does anything shady, like weapons, slaves, illicit, whatever, you let me know, all right? And then you get the fuck out of there. Cool?
She's saying, should I be worried for my safety?
Not at the moment.
You both did that at the same time.
like, not at the moment. But if you ever do feel unsafe, head back to the hideout and don't go back. All right?
She says, I really like my job. I'll keep an eye out, but I don't want to do anything that would put that in jeopardy.
Absolutely. You do you. Your job is the most important thing. You just keep an eye out for me, all right?
She says she'll let you know if she sees anything.
All right, I'll flip her a silver and send her on her way.
She'll thank you immensely and ask, is there anything else, or can she get back to work?
How are the people doing? How's the gang doing with the docks? Is it like good for you guys?
She'll get really excited. She says that they first start off doing really petty jobs, like scraping barnacles and stuff underneath the underside of shit, and it's a shitty job. But they just started giving them like more fun jobs, and they're really starting to like those, and they're getting a better reputation of the dock.
Good shit. You guys keep together, stick together, and I'll check in on you guys from time to time. All right?
All right. She'll wave you goodbye and take off.
All right.
We have a new.
Lizzie's my new favorite character. Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. Continue. You're good.
Rain was just in the background, slowly using Alter Self to adjust his voice, going, "How's this? How's 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 this?"
Yeah.
Trying to find the right voice.
Well, I'm just like.
Yep.
Doing some secret code sign language to this gnome.
I mean,
baby.
where's that level 1 in Rogue for your thieves' cant right there?
Yeah.
Where's thieves' cant when you need it?
Thieves'
Hey,
cant,
I'll take whatever buffs the DM wants to give me.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a secret language with
Hey!
with Lizzie.
Okay, but yeah,
Secret language, sign language.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will go
shit.
to Kirsten and just kind of go, is this good voice? I think this is good voice. This is man voice, right? Human talk like this.
Well, you're a human, but you sound like a dwarf.
So if
But maybe you were raised with dwarves. Maybe that's okay.
Do you want me to turn into a dwarf? I could make myself...
No. This will throw him off. It's good.
Dwarf is throw off?
Da?
All right, we'll go on our next break, and when we come back, we will pick this up. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Enjoy.
Comrade dwarf.
Yeah, enjoy the break video, and we'll be right back.
Yay!
time it comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
dumping all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up. Just.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second barrel.
He's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
Do you have to breathe? You can try using one.
That's not.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually gonna
reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldivar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys. Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool, grab a pint, as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Joined in with me.
All right, and we are back. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Hey.
All right, so we have a split party. We have 2 people going off doing one thing, 2 doing another, and I think we are picking up where Rin and Kurtz left off. So he was just communicating with Lizzie at the docks. What else do you guys want to do?
We're heading to the temple.
Headed to the temple. That's right.
Mhm.
You went to the temple. Okay, and then you were switching outfits and voices. What were you wanting to do now? You can't yawn, Connor. It's contagious.
I'm gonna go try and find Caldivar. I think Rin, with his disguise, wants to go and check in on Tavaria.
I'm doing like surveillance. So when I'm at the temple, I am literally just looking around, trying to see what I can see. I'm mainly looking for Tavaria to see if I can notice that her demeanor might be slightly changed or indicating a successful infiltration from last night's dream.
On our way there, can I try and teach Ren a few like prayers that I know from my time with Alundra and my wife?
Sure.
Just so he like fits in better.
Sure. Yeah.
Would that be a roll or?
No, I would just. You're really familiar with it, so if a roll would happen, it would be with whether or not how well Rin can, or excuse me, how well Rin can perform it. Not so much of what you can remember.
So on our way there, I'll just be like, telling him like, okay, here's a few simple prayers. You're a pilgrim, so on and so forth. Like, bless the goddess, blah 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 blah. They're the most fantastic thing you've ever seen in the world, so on and so forth.
It seems pretty stupid, but alright.
Comrade, you must praise sisters.
So, would the prayers or whatever that you're teaching him, would they be more geared towards the old stuff or the new stuff?
Probably. Kurtz wouldn't know the new stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're going in there with a knowledge of prayers of old.
Yeah, I mean, Kurtz. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to break the game, so like Kurtz wouldn't have given a fuck about the new stuff.
Okay.
So it would have been old school shit.
Now,
probably nothing about Tavaria, but like the old gods or the old goddesses, it would have been prayers like for them.
Okay.
But old school shit.
Okay. Now, would that disclaimer go to Rin about this is the old stuff that I know, or would it just be this is the stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kurtz is smart enough to be like, hey, this is old school shit. It's still like praises towards the goddesses, but be careful not to talk about Alundra.
Okay.
Yes, fine. I will keep her name in check.
Okay. So who wants to go first since you guys are splitting?
More sub-splitting.
That'll be the name of the episode. Party splits.
I have a beer bottle that I can flip. I don't have a HotA coin.
I have a HotA coin. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want heads or tails?
I'll take heads.
All right. At heads. Go ahead.
All right. So I am looking for Caldivar.
All right. Does not take you long to find him. He's always working, always available, always doing temple guardy kind of stuff. You can find him very quickly.
Have we like established kind of like a repertoire between each other at this point?
Yes,
Yeah.
he definitely highly respects you. There may or may not have been conversations between him and Tavara about how she feels about you, but he's a wise person. He, has his own opinions that he forms of people as well.
Well, sort of, is he like in his office or is he just like around?
Yeah, he's going to be instructing different guards. You kind of wait till that's over, and then once they go about their orders, he seems to be free for the moment.
I'll sort of walk up to him and I'll give him a light bow because Kurtz does respect him as like Caldevar.
Kurtz, good to see you.
And you as well.
I go to the preparations for the impending doom.
Well, we'll fight to the last man.
Yes, we have our temple guard doing drills and practicing with their swords and maces and pole arms and everything. Just trying to fine tune all their skills.
You need any assistance?
We have several good instructors. I don't think we need any, but if you ever want to, you don't have to ever make an appointment. You could just show up, and if you ever want to show some of the guys any skills, would be definitely appreciated.
Oh, well, I understand that your trainers and everything like that are very well skilled, but how many of them ever taken a man's life who is trying to take theirs?
That is not something obvious that we on paper want, but there is skills that acquire from that kind of life experience, and at the same time, I'm glad we don't have many of those. We could definitely use that right now.
Send me your weakest, and I will train them. I can do it at dawn tomorrow. However, I'm here for a different reason. Erlen, the boy sent to you after the... And Kurtz will kind of like stop for a moment and sort of still himself. The execution.
How are you doing after all that?
I would rather not dwell on it. There will be time after the Horseman comes to regret my decisions. For now, we need a unified people. But the boy sent to you. What do you make of him?
He seems very ambitious, very eager, hardworking. Lacks discipline, for sure. I think after enough time, he could become a good guardian. But I fear that there won't be enough time to make a proper guard of him before the end of the festival.
Oh, wow. I look to the end of the festival. If we fail at this point, then there's no point to training anyone, is there? The Horsemen will ravage this country and this city, and most of us will die. I'm looking after that. Is he able to take the same place that you take?
Kurtz, I've had this thought many times, and Aaron actually reminds me of myself at a younger age. I think if he's able to prove himself, that I might just take a special interest with him.
Very good. Do not go easy on him. He is, I think, stronger than myself, and if I can be so bold, stronger than you at his age.
Yeah, I would agree. His heart may be stronger, but you cannot fight a horseman with your heart. You need a strong arm.
His viciousness He's protected these children for many years. And you may have caught Timmy. You never caught Aaron.
Well, at this point, we need everyone's help. So whatever it is that Aaron can offer, we need that, and any help from anybody. To be honest with you, Kurtz, I don't know how we're gonna survive the next Horsemen. They've all been progressively more powerful, and no one ever.
Oh, I'll stop him right there, and I'll put both hands on his shoulders and be like, Caldebar, listen. The Horsemen are madness. They're beasts. They're something that we cannot understand. But the strength of men and mankind and all of the races that dwell within Candoria, we can stop them. And if we can't stop them, we can at least hold them long enough for everyone to escape that needs to escape.
And he'll knock your arms off at that point, off of his shoulders, and he'll kind of turn and kind of not walk away, but take a couple steps. You know, like he's fully armored and got a helmet and everything, so you can't see his emotions, but his body language drastically changed. And he says, Kurtz, I don't know if you understand the responsibility that is on my shoulders. All of these lives might be just thrown away for nothing.
Then they'll fight and die for something. Thrown away is nothing. Will you not stand with them on the battlefield? Will I not stand with them on the battlefield when we charge the Horsemen?
Of course, all warriors are gonna have this sense of duty, but sometimes I can't help but wonder why.
Be quiet. It's not a sense of duty. It's a destiny. And if our destiny, you, mine, and every one of these men who charge the Horsemen together, is to die, then that is our destiny from the goddesses.
Even if we were able to defeat this last Horseman and everyone died, what was it for?
It was for the right thing, Caldevar. This weakness from you was disgraceful.
And
you are the priestess's right hand. You are her sword. Do you believe in nothing?
You'll see him turn back towards you. I trust this is between you and I, Kurtz. I feel comfortable enough to share this with you because I think you can understand where I'm coming from. I do not allow this to be seen by my men, of course. What should I do? I mean, I will do what I have to do. There's no question in my mind of that. I will not hesitate. But I'm afraid, Kurtz.
Caldevar, everyone is afraid. The fear that you feel inside you makes you a person. It is unnatural to not feel fear when faced with the Horsemen, but overcoming that fear and leading your men to battle, that's the most righteous thing you can do. More righteous than praying to the goddesses. More righteous than protecting Tavaria. Because we are the line of defense that will either rise or fail in front of the Horsemen. And if we do fail, Caldevar, if our might is nothing before it, then we will have died knowing that we tried our best.
And
as so many before us died.
You will see his hands. Whoa, there's echoing.
Yeah, there's a lot of feedback going on.
Do you guys hear that too?
Yep.
You'll see his hands. What is that?
It's from Kyle.
Can you meet real quick, Kyle, until we come back to you? You'll see his hands. I still hear, but I'll try to go through it.
He's good now.
Go up to his helmet, and he'll actually slide the helmet off. And you can see a scarred, burned face. There's no hair on his face. It's this all mutilated and mangled, and no eyebrows or nothing. Just everything is just pocky pus. Like, it's just disgusting. But you can see tears falling from his eyes, and he puts his helmet up under his arm, and he looks at you. He says, "I do not fear for my own life, Kurtz. I've taken an oath to protect everyone in the temple and to hold the values that the High Priestess teach. My greatest fear is, what if something happens to her?
Aldevar.
I will have failed my most sacred oath of protecting the High Priestess."
Aldevar, the only way you can uphold your oath is if you fight to the last breath that you have in that body. And you may fail with that body. You may fall beneath the horseman's blade or bow or spell or anything that it may come forth. But you will have upheld your oath. There's nothing and no one that will ever say against Caldevar if you die fighting for what you believe in and what you have sworn to.
And you'll see his eyes go from your eyes and goes down to around your neck, and he'll stick his massively armored finger, and he'll tap his finger onto your necklace. What does this mean to you, Kurtz?
I'm looking for a reason, Caldevar. Because unlike you, I remember a time before the Horsemen, before Tavaria, before Alundra, when they lived with us, walked with us, blessed us. And if I have to kill every walking person on this world to understand why they left us, then I will. So if I am willing to kill everyone in this world, you need to be willing to protect everyone in this land against me. To keep their faith.
I used to be a man of faith. But lately, I don't know anymore.
And you are lost. If you cannot have your faith for the goddesses, have your faith for the men you command. Be strong for them. Be brave for them. Die for them.
But the teachings that were taught in this temple...
Be silent! Your temple will die if you die. Your temple will die if Alundra dies. Or Tavaria. Tavaria dies! Fight for that. Fight for it to continue. Hold these walls. Hold these people. Do what you can. And if you die protecting that, then you will have lived a graceful and beautiful life. And the honor of your death will be sung for centuries. You're Caldevar of the temple. You're no mercenary like me. You're a temple god. Fight. Die for your cause. Fight for your men. Fight for your queen or your goddess or your priestess. Anything you want. But if you fight and you die for them, then you will never be forgotten. And that is true immortality.
Where do you find this inner strength from, Kurtz?
From hatred, Caldevar. Because I've seen men better and worse than you fall beneath my blade and fall beneath my own command. They haunt me. I see them constantly around me, whispering their fucking secrets in my ears. I do not want you or Tavaria or any of these people around me to be one of them, so you will fight and you will live past this horseman.
But there is a cancer that is plaguing this town, Kurtz. So many people speak ill of Tavara, and they are causing dissension and splitting, and it is so hard to keep the peace. It is so hard to keep my men, our men, motivated and remembering what they're standing for when people go behind our head priestess's back.
What do you believe, Caldevar? No. What do you believe, Caldevar? We're alone right now. Do you believe that Tavaria is preaching the true word of the goddesses? It's a simple question.
I know. After all the time that I have spent with her, that she is relaying what she knows to be truth. And it has brought strength. I don't think the problem is with Tavara. I think the problem is with the people who cling on to the ways of old and are not comfortable with the idea of change. But change is what we need. It's the cancer. It's the everything that everyone stands for. They're coming against our leader. Whether or not you agree with her, we need her during these times. We need Ivan. We need adventurers like you to rally behind in a common cause.
You call division cancer. The people will be very against this feeling of nationalism and division. But what we need right now is unity. If you and your priestess want to teach division and strength among yourself, then maybe you should think about that before a horseman comes out of some portal and destroys us all. Unity right now is what we need. Men willing to die for the cause is what we need. Women willing to die for the cause is what we need. Every race, every person, every man, woman, and child willing to charge that battlefield against the horsemen is what we need. If you want to teach division, if Tavara wants to teach division after that, fine. But right now, we need everyone together, willing to die for a cause. And that's what you don't know. You didn't fight in the wars. You didn't fight man against man, man against elf and orc and dwarf and gnome on the battlefield. You were a child. I saw it. I led these people into battle, and you sat suckling at your mother's tit, just like Varia.
Sorry, that caught me.
Quick question, by the way. Is this conversation going on as long as it really is, right? It is like a long conversation, right?
Yeah. Why?
Okay,
I can stop if you guys want. I'm sorry. I got a little...
Oh, no, I wanted to know for timing, because it's like the longer you distract him, the longer Tavaria is not your number one bodyguard.
Oh, I get where you're going. Yeah, it's going to be a long conversation,
Yeah, just making sure that this is true to the length. Okay, good. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, this is later knowledge, but yes, yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Kurtz. Go ahead. Keep going.
You know, Kurtz, I try to be the best leader that I can. But no man's perfect. I would greatly appreciate if sometime between now and the final stand, if you could come speak to the men. And I think that you could rally them and bring the unification that they need in a way that I cannot.
Caldevar, I will speak to your men. You are their leader. And you need to remember that. I'm a mercenary. I'm a killer. I'm a murderer. I'm a rogue. And I'm an executioner. You need to tell them what they are fighting for, who they are fighting for. You understand that you, regardless of what you believe in yourself, is what they believe in. They look up to you. You're their leader. You're the captain of the Temple Guard. I am a mercenary. And yes, I will talk to them. I will try to rally them. But at the end of the day, on the battlefield, they will look to you for guidance, and they will look to you for courage and might. And you need to do that. You need to show them what they're fighting for, who they are fighting for, whether or not you believe it or not. If you believe it a lie, then tell that lie to your men. If you believe it to be true, then tell that truth to them. Because Caldivar, most of us won't make it. You know that. I know that. And that's why I believe in the church, because you are the most influential and powerful force in this land right now. And you can get peasants to throw their lives against a maelstrom of violence.
And you'll hear some armor clanking, and you'll see 2 temple guards come running up, and they'll say, "Captain Caldivar, we need your assistance in the temple at once." And as he's hearing them approach, he quickly puts his helmet back on and kind of like, locks it back into place. And just as they're coming around the corner, and he will look at you through the little narrow slit, and will say, "We will continue this conversation, Kurtz.
You need me.
I think you also need me as well.
You need me with you for this incident."
No, this I can tend to. We shall continue this conversation.
I'll sort of give him a bow of respect and be like, "May your sword shine with the blessings of the goddesses."
You too, Kurtz Glaskin. I must be off, and he'll take off with the other guards, and he will be gone. All right. That's pretty good.
Okay, so...
Sorry, guys, I went full Kurtz there for a minute.
No, that's cool, man.
So I'm going to kind of embody a little bit of a Finley here, and really try to pull off some shenanigans. So, first off, when I enter and split from Kurtz, can I look to see if there's any location where I can see people moving about and find places where they would store uniforms, robes, any kind of attire that people in the temple would be wearing consistently on themselves?
Yeah, there would be like a laundry area.
Oh, perfect, great.
Yeah, where these priests and priestesses, they come in and bring their garments. They're all very similar to each other, where they get washed and hung up and folded and placed out.
Perfect. Then yes, I will go in there with my human face, just a normal-looking human face, and just kind of go in there and start picking them off. If anyone questions me, I'm just going to go, "Sorry, forgot to get the robe earlier. Please excuse me. I'm going to wear this now. Goodbye." And just put it on.
Sure, okay.
Totally. If anyone really questions me, I don't know if they will or won't.
No, if you go in there I'm here to get these things, and if you're confident with it, I think you'd be able to get in and out actually pretty easily.
Okay. And then as I do that, I'm going to do a quick survey scope. I'm going to see if I know where Tavaria is. And then I'm also going to try to see if I can see any high-end officials, and I'm going to try to see if I can find the location of where they might be sanctifying, hollowing the body of Timmy.
Got you. Okay, so that's the Timmy and the guard processing them. That's going to be somewhere in the back, which you are not going to be able to have access to. But you kind of have found the area you would imagine, because it's where you can't go. There's guards and there's locked doors and that stuff. But yeah, you have found the area where
as I'm watching
that
that
would be taking place.
Do I see anyone of particular interest who leaves the actual place? Someone who looks like they don't question as he goes in and out. Or a girl.
Oh, what you're saying. No, everyone's questioned. Everyone... Yeah, nobody passes without... Yeah.
Is it an open hallway or is it a closed door?
No, it's a closed, fortified door with multiple guards and...
Okay, guards on the outside and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, but do I see any individual that might be just going around the area, like a high official of any kind, just someone who looks like they have authority?
I mean, it's pretty... The authority is very few in between in the temple. It's mostly just everybody is under Tavara, and she...
Does Tavara wear the same robes as everyone else?
No.
Okay, alright, so... But if I see anyone leaving who looks like they are a senior, or they're not like an acolyte, they're not a newbie, they look like they've been there for a while, they're a seasoned person,
Okay.
and I can follow them and listen to their voice for a second and begin to kind of pick up on who they are, and now that they've just left that area, I'm going to try to get that. Once I get to a quiet little corner, I'm going to use the alter self to change my appearance and my voice to match the person I heard leaving, and I'm going to walk towards the door where it's being guarded.
Okay. So as you approach, they ask for the passphrase.
Did I pick an elderly, a young person? Who did I pick?
I will say it's, older.
Older? Like, okay. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking, like, old? Alright, so I'll just...
Yeah, I mean, story-wise, I don't see what matters, so you can pick whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
I already told you it earlier. I don't need to tell you it again. I just forgot something inside. I need to quickly grab it. You can escort me if you need to. I just need to go in real quick.
And a firm arm will extend, and the hand gets on your shoulder and says, "You know protocol. What is the passphrase?"
No, I don't need to know the passphrase. You know me.
Yes.
We will ask once more. What is the passphrase, or you will be escorted out?
Escorted out? Me? You'll hear from Tavaya, I'll tell you what.
And I turn around and I go and say,
I'll bring her to you immediately, you wretched guard.
And I walk away. I'll walk away as the older man.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand about 30 or so feet away, just watching and waiting for someone to open the door.
Nobody goes or comes.
No one comes out again?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to look at it first. Is the door locked?
How would you know that?
I mean, does it, is the door, like, does it look like they lock it every time they kind of open and shut the door?
Yes.
Okay, so they relock it every time.
Right.
Alright, so, as the door is locked, I am going to, is it one guard or two guards?
Alright, somebody redeemed by Ren a potion.
You're gonna need it.
Alright, well, that's fine though. But do I know if there's like multiple guards? Do I see any other guards besides those two, or is it just one?
The two are out front. I mean, there's ones patrolling the area and stuff,
Okay,
like roaming guards, but actually stationed is two.
Alright, good. Okay, so I see them, so I know, I'm just trying to get a layout. My idea is just trying to see a map, and Rin's just kind of making sure he knows what's going on, because what he's going to do is, since he couldn't get in just with alter self, because, gosh darn it, so he's going to go, well, I'll have to burn a higher level spell slot then, won't I? And so he's going to cast Etherealness on himself.
What does that do? Can you click it?
He turns basically into a ghost. He can go into the ethereal plane and pass through everything.
Alright, so you step to the border regions of the ethereal plane.
I love it.
During this
I will
time,
not be denied!
you can move in any direction. If you move up or down, every foot of movement costs an extra foot.
Yeah, I can't end in a solid space. If I do, I get ejected.
Okay.
But if I can move
Ignore
through...
all objects. Okay. So
Yeah.
can you see the material plane, though, while you're in this plane? Okay.
It's sort of
it's kind of like...
wearing the ring and Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
exactly that, yeah.
Okay. All right, what do you want to do?
So, now that I see that and I'm just in the ethereal plane, I'll just go and start lifting up and go do and drifting through to go into the sanctuary area.
Okay. So as you pass through this door, you are met with an immense, powerful white energy that is just radiating from a room, and we will pause.
Don't die, son.
We're gonna pause your little venture there because we're running lower on time, and that some other people want to do some other stuff, and I want to have a lot of time to be able to do what you're trying to do. So
okay,
yeah, we'll pause yours, and we'll come back to that next week. But what else did you guys want to do?
I think the DM needs to come up with a lot of obstacles to stop me.
You're gonna die, dude. You're gonna be the first casualty in the fucking campaign.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
It's like the scene in like Phantom Menace where like the laser walls
with Darth Maul.
Yeah. It's like Kurtz is there and he's just like takes his like stance. He's like, and then Rin's like in his like Jedi meditative stance.
Yeah, but then Rin just like, fuck this, teleport.
Okay.
That's a good spell. I forgot about that spell.
I did too. That's cool though. We'll let you go into it, but yeah, we're gonna pause yours. Okay, Kurtz, was there what else were you want to do?
I mean, honestly, I think I've done everything I needed to do. Like, I talked to Caldivar. He told me that Aaron is in, like, the loop. I told him to, like, look after him, and then I sort of tried to, like, tell Caldivar, like, you need to be a fucking man about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
He's torn. He's a torn man.
He is a torn man, but hopefully, like, on the battlefield, we'll come together to face the Horsemen as one. Yeah, I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. All right, Urgra and Finley.
That's Fergra, please.
Fergra. Team Fergra. I said corrected. All right, so you were in that courtyard area of the Revenant complex, and that figure was approaching you with the cloak. What would you guys like to do?
Right. So I'm sitting here petting a monkey that's in comatose.
Oh yes. Okay.
Do we see this gentleman approaching us? This swaggerish man of a magician, fucking revenant here. All right. As he approaches with a direct path of intention, I will telepathically say this to Urgra. This must be our man, and I'll say, "Are you Lebanon, sir?"
Lebanon, yes.
Lebanon, sir.
Lebanon,
sir.
Lebanon,
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry for the mispronunciation. I will try to get that right. Lebanon, sir.
I received message to come approach you in the courtyard. I don't know why.
Well, check that off the list. You did great, because here we are. So, step 1 completed. There you go. We are here on important business that my friend Urgra is going to tell you all about.
So we were told that you are familiar with the location where the power crystals for the simulation machine are found.
Yes, I'm actually the scout for that area. I know many details. Come inside. Follow me, and he will turn and start walking towards the coat rack. What do you guys want to do?
Follow him.
Follow him to the coat racks. Yeah.
Okay.
Monkey. No. Yeah. We're
right.
good.
So he will walk a little ways, almost around towards the end, and he will approach one of the sacks, and he will phase into, like, magically go into it.
As we start to approach it, I'm going to say to Urgra telepathically, oh, we're going to go on a thing. I knew it. All right. This is awesome. Okay, here we go. I feel like I want to bet here or something, but anyway, and I'll pop in right behind the guy.
Okay.
All right, and I will secure the lemur to myself, and I'll just go through as well.
Okay. All right, so both of you come through the other side of it, and you are in this little pocket dimensional kind of a room thing. It's kind of like a dorm room office, but that's where they keep their initiate. You know, instead of actually having a physical room, they go into these little pocket rooms. And so...
Did the lemur meld into Urgra?
I'm now like a mama kangaroo.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Have my fingers crossed.
I am a marsupial.
You're good. Go ahead.
No. No. But you do have a lemur tail. No, I was kidding.
I think that. Great for balance, and it's prehensile.
So
all of a sudden, Urgra's all lethargic and has a slight belly from... belly.
They transferred the stuffed stomach, but not the sugar high. So the creature now is just like, I'm free.
They are one. All right,
So-
continue. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So it's maybe like a 10 by 20 foot room, and you see some shelves. He has this wooden desk there with a quill that's sticking outside of an ink thing. You see a couple chests in this area. And he has some scrolls that are on one of the shelves in the back, and he goes and pulls it out. He kind of unscrolls both sides across the desk, and you see kind of a hand-drawn sketch of the area. What do you guys want to know?
So as I said, we have consulted with Master Siphon, and we have been given the task of clearing the mine in order to secure more of the crystals. What can you tell us about the area? We've heard that apparently there's a troll problem, and they are showing some unusual qualities.
Okay. Let me turn something off real fast so I can look at something.
By the way, Lebdon, did you draw this yourself? Is this your drawing of the area here?
Yes.
Did you sketch this all in your lonesome here?
Yes, I did all the drawings, and I have lots of notes, and I have been instructed to tell you guys. You guys have clearance for me to tell you anything that I know that may help you with this.
Now, how good is the actual drawing? Like, asking the DM.
It's
like the shit that we're gonna flip the table over.
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, I gotcha. No, it's more
another
precise.
Marcus map where it's like got fucking doodles and smiley faces and shit, or does it actually look legit?
No, it
Curse
looks...
just manifests and like just cleaves. You fucking idiot!
So I was gonna say, you go here and you go due west. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god, not another Marcus.
No, I'm kidding. No, this is like, it seems like there's immense amount of attention to detail put into this.
All right.
So on the left side, there's going to be some red bushes along this rail system that is what Bartho was telling you guys that you would ride in, and then there's two pathways of broken railing that kind of go into some rock, and the two pathways go a little ways in, and then there is a small like stream that passes through. And then it kind of dead ends, and there are 6 locations that are drawn on the map. This is not very big, it's kind of a smaller area of where the crystals are, and he points out that these 6 deposits of these power crystals are what these trolls have been feeding on.
When you say feeding on them, are they are they? Is it like rock candy to them? Are they like licking it and stuff? Are they eating it? Are they shoving up their?
Yeah,
Are they
they're
doing with it?
unable to remove it from the wall, but they do chew on it on the wall, and it makes them glow either a green or a blue or a combination of the both.
All right. So the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
They're either licking or they're suckling. Either way.
Yeah.
Fair
enough.
So why do you guys need information? Like, it'll help me to know what to tell you if I know what you guys are planning on doing.
Well, to be honest, this is only half of our number, so a great many of our strategies aren't on the table at the moment. But we are planning to destroy, if not run off, all these trolls. So any information on weaknesses, what abilities they have, would be very much appreciated.
Okay. So these... I have avoided these trolls at all costs, but I have been observing them as much as I can. They seem to have some kind of magical barrier around them as from feeding off of these power crystals.
Would Finley's traverse around enough? 2 questions really. 1, would I know a little bit about trolls? And 2, would that sound like some weird shit? Like, that doesn't sound like normal.
Yeah, that does not sound normal. I don't know if you have any run-ins with trolls. I'm not aware of you having any. You could do some research about trolls specifically. This guy, he doesn't know much about trolls either, but he has been watching them. So if there's specific things you want to ask, you can. He may or may not know the answer.
Do these trolls seem to have a leader?
No. They seem to just do as they please. They just are part of maybe like the same family or something. You know, they all are there together, but they operate independently.
Do you think it's possible that we could trick them into killing themselves?
It's possible, but I don't know how one would go about doing that.
All right. And as far as the crystal deposits, are any of them more plentiful? Should one be prioritized over another?
Oh, no. They're all going to be roughly the same size, and they're all in pretty close vicinity of each other. This is a pretty small area if you enter it. There are 2 entrances that connect through the rock face, but there is another way in as well.
Which is?
Go on.
So this stream that runs through this small part of the where the deposits are comes in from a water source. It's a stream that branches off of a river that's just a little ways north of it. You could probably swim, like if you'd have to go underwater, but you could probably swim in through the water and come in from the other direction.
Have you ever seen these trolls enter the water?
No, they go in through the front entrance only.
Lebanon. So, out of sheer curiosity here, I mean, do you know where this stream enters into? Is this like a cave that we're going into with these deposits? Have you seen these things? Is this where? Have you seen where the stream exits out into? I mean, that's kind of like blindly going into the troll's den, if you will.
We've had bad luck with unexpected waterfalls in the past.
Right, like streams, waterfalls, caves. Yeah, right, exactly, Ergo. Thank you.
The most direct route would just to take the mouth of the entrance in, and it's only a couple 100 feet deep. It's not like a mine system. Now there is some kind of abandoned, destroyed rail system for bringing out the stuff that is mined to the main cart's rail system. That's I'm trying to explain to you guys without showing you anything.
Right. Well, here's what I'm saying is, these mines have been, for lack of a better term, mined before. I just didn't know if there was any kind of general layout of the interior that the Revenant would already know what the inside looks like. Where
this
the
is a new development. This one is not. It's not a whole mine shaft system. It's just
dug in
just a little bit. It's not big at all. So there's just 2 pathways that kind of connect a couple times, and then it's the end. It's not very big.
All right. Do these creatures do they seem intelligent at all, or are they kind of dim-witted, or what are we dealing with on the intel scale here, if you would?
Let's see. What is their intelligence? Oh yeah, it's a negative.
I mean, they're chewing on rocks, so I mean, I don't know.
It's a negative 2.
We need to go into that, but
Yeah, they're not very smart. They are quite large physically. They do have dark vision, and they're like, they don't seem like very aware of their surroundings. Very instinctual.
Do you think have they shown to work together? If, for instance, if one of them cried out for help, would it get reinforcements?
I believe so. And they do have a very keen sense of smell. So I think the water route may help on that aspect.
And last question for me, are these things nocturnal?
They don't seem to have a set sleeping schedule. There always seems to be some of them awake, though.
That's very unusual, but okay.
And once the deed's done here, Lebanon, are we? We're only going in and getting paid for the front end of the business here in terms of getting rid of the problem. We're not required to like actually extract any of these crystals. You don't really, since this is like a new dig. There's no like numbers. We're not expected to take any of the stuff out. We're just clearing house here, getting it back into Revenant hands, and then we can wipe our hands of this ordeal and get paid and get out of here.
Are you asking him if that's what your job is?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's we're not trying to mine any gold, crystals here for you.
Right. He's unaware of what your mission is. He's just giving you intel about the area.
Fair enough. And I pretty much my last question really would be: so these crystals have this magical essence to them. In your previous experience, let's say by chance we go in there, we raise hell, and start kicking ass, taking names, kind of thing. Any sort of dangers we need to know about? Perhaps fire hitting these crystals or explosions? Do they? Any kind of arcane knowledge about these crystals might be kind of not so I don't go around shooting lightning at things and causing more destruction than needed.
I would avoid any direct contact with the crystal, with any kind of magical attacks. If it's near it, I don't think there'll be any adverse effects. But anything hitting it directly might, what's the word I'm checking?
React.
No, not necessarily react. Like compromise. Yeah, might compromise the crystal's integrity.
All right, so by some fair chance, we're running in, a big old chunk of it breaks off because, a troll falls into it or something. Bob's your uncle, the crystal should be fine from a technical standpoint kind of thing, or?
Yeah, probably.
Good to know.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing, Lebanon. Since you were the scout, none of us have been to this location before. Would it be all right if you could teleport us there? We have our own mage who can teleport us back. You don't need to risk yourself beyond that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can get you guys there, no problem.
All right, we're planning to head out tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah, just come find me. Ask for me, and you'll be able to find me really quickly. I'll be at the academy, though.
Very well.
All right. Hey, appreciate you for your time and your patience and your conversation. And I'll look around for a door. How, pray tell, do we get out of here?
He'll walk you over to the wall you guys came through, and as you approach it, it kind of becomes the walkway that you would go through, and you would come out of the bag on the other side.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Ladies first, and I'll point to Burger.
Sure. And as I'm holding the lemur, and I'll just turn back to Lebanon. Considering these things are all in a bag, it seems like a really convenient way to kidnap someone. And I'll just walk out.
Okay.
I do not know what she meant by that, but okay. And I'll walk out the wall.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he'll stay in there, and you guys will be back into the that area, that hallway where all the bags were hanging on the hooks, and that's where we will end our session.
Yeah, all right.
I'm surprised you didn't think about the whole. What if you take one bag of extra planar space and put it in another bag of extra planar space?
No,
so people are in the room.
Just go down the hall and put all the bags.
All the bags in bags.
And then put those bags inside of your bag.
It's a terrible situation.
You can hold the entire fucking Revenant college hostage.
No, you would blow it up. Whenever extra planar bags are put together, a 15-foot explosion of everyone getting sucked into the astral sea.
The black hole.
The black hole, yeah.
You're like the fucking Unabomber. You're like,
Listen
what's up? I need 20,000 platinum or everyone dies.
Yeah, until you have every single sorcerer going around and going, all right, get ready to cast hold person on this person.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys had fun. I hope everybody watching had a good time. If you haven't followed us, click the follow button. It'll help us out, and it'll also notify you guys when we go live. We play every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We also have a game on Sunday called Ages Past that AJ is the DM. It's during the same time frame. We upload these episodes to YouTube, so if you are new or you've missed anything, go ahead and check out our channel. On the Twitch page, there's a bunch of stuff. If you scroll down, there's the links for everything. Join our Discord. We have we're starting to grow an audience in there, so you guys can get to know us and we can get to know you. We'd love to hear about what your D&D experience is like. We are going to start putting out little teaser information about upcoming things, so you guys get little things. It's not going to be anything spoiler, but just things to get you guys excited about. Dilly, it's got some cheers.
Hey!
We'd love to hear what you guys think about the show and get your feedback, so jump in the Discord and let us know. At the end of our games, we like to open it up to you guys. If you guys have any questions for us, we love hearing about anything from you guys. It's going to be comments, questions, concerns, what you guys think about D&D, if you've played before. It could be personal, it could be about the game, anything you guys want to know. So we'll leave that open for a few minutes. Anything you guys want to... Oh, AJ, do you want to give any details about the show, or...
It's set in the world of Valor. We have 3 adventurers. We have a new fun little homemade rule where they are half-breeds, which is basically you can take any of the existing primary races and combine the two, so no longer just half-orcs and half-elves. We have half Goliaths, half Dragonborns, half Tieflings, half Kenkus. It's a huge mismatch, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And
Killed a lot of Kenkus in this game, by the way.
No, we didn't kill them. They kind of killed themselves.
No, I killed a lot of.
No, that's right. No, we did kill them. Their one person was just like pouring.
I was.
You're talking about our game. No, foreign game.
I cleaved through. I think about 3 or 4 of them before the last one's like committed suicide.
I mean, they had little vials that they used on themselves.
They did.
Yeah. That was during session 0. That was a long time ago.
I'm looking forward to being level 1 again, honestly, because that's when I'm the champ again.
The truth comes out of why he wants the game to progress.
None of this bullshit etherealness, teleport.
Yeah, none of these high-powered mages and all that shit. It's just this one crazy motherfucker with a sword, alright? And now I got all these magical items as well.
Okay. So we're still waiting for some questions. Let us know what you guys want to know or what you want to talk about in these last few minutes. While we're waiting for that, is there anything you guys want to talk about or ask or table talk? Definitely low power D&D is my fave.
I don't know what's going to happen in the War Council.
I want to know what's going to happen to Rin.
You're going to die.
Okay.
Like, you're legit going to die eventually. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
What has white energy ever killed anybody? He'll be fine.
You keep dicking around with like the fucking like.
I love it.
I'm going off of what Rin would know, because Rin has only gone off of studying from the spells he has, so he's never been quote unquote officially taught.
All you have to do is ask Curse and he'd be like, nah, don't fuck around with that.
Hey, but he wouldn't trust you to know magical things.
Magical things, no. Divine things, I think I'm the only person with like a shit ton of bonuses in divine lore.
But because Rin just knows what the spell does, and he's just going off of the text. So if there's any kind of like subtle hints that people like, if you were educated at the Revenant School, that he would like, except for this, right. He has no clue about that shit.
So the etiquette that surrounds the spells.
Kieran, we've thought about. He's talking about like the animations behind you, Sean. Mm-hmm. We've thought about doing it to like a static image, but really, I think that, at least from my perspective, D&D and especially our game is about listening to us as players and to Sean as a DM and listening to the descriptions. Like, watching is great. And anyone stop me if I'm going too far. But, like, for me, at least, like, I listen to most of my D&D streams or any sort of tabletop RPG, role-play games in the background. I'm not looking at it. Looking at it is very minor. The things that Sean has behind him is stuff that is more or less like hints for you guys to how the story's progressing.
See, I'm on the other side of the field though. Like I do watch. Like I'm a crit roll fan, so I watch while I listen. So I do think at times, and I you guys don't see what we see when we're on the stream because we just see green screens behind each of us.
Right.
At least I do, and so we don't have all that action happening behind Sean or even the fog clouds behind our own individual characters. So I mean, I totally see where Carried Wing's coming from.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, comments are fine. Like, we appreciate your feedback. Yeah, if we have enough overwhelming people that say that they would rather have a still image, we can switch it. It's not something that's set in stone.
If you guys look back at the season 0 shit, don't look at that.
Yeah, don't go there. Or if you do, look for a second to see how shitty it was, and just to appreciate where we are now. Just come right back because it's terrible.
Don't look at Session 0 shit. I know there's 100 episodes of that, but don't look at it.
And it's not like we've been referencing Session 0 stuff at all.
There's actually been a lot that's been resurfacing, surprisingly.
That's the problem.
Yeah, so people are probably like, what the hell are they talking about? I watched this episode 1. Yeah, we did Session 0 for quite a while. We had some administrative things. Yeah, it was a long time. We had some administrative things that happened that kept pushing our game out. And if you go back and watch the Session 0, we actually had a different player that was in Connor's position. So
you were the chosen one.
So there's actually some fun stuff in there. Some good it's more development stuff of them growing as a team.
Also starts at level 1.
Yeah, and they were level 1.
You're a low player.
Yeah, so none of that is super important. We try to have everything be kind of contained within the season. But there is a lot of goodies and stuff you guys can learn about their characters and how they got to know each other and stuff in the Session 0, because it did go on for, longer than we've been playing the official season. So
yeah, I thought it was great. I love that stuff. It's like a little prequel, which is pretty awesome. It's like a little baby prequel arc too.
It's like Star Wars. The prequels are worse than the main game, but the sequels are worse than the prequels.
Yeah, we were learning a lot too. None of us had done this format. I had never streamed before. I had never even actually DM'd on Roll20 before. So it was a lot of new things to learn what to do. We were, we used to have a website. We were trying to do that. We were doing so many things. So there's a lot of things to learn. So we've come a long ways to learn how to do a lot of stuff, streamline a lot of things back. Like, we took the website down. We don't really need it. There's a bunch of things that we've...
For now, yeah, we don't need it for now.
How to do more efficiently. The overlay looks a lot better now than it did before. It used to be just...
It's amazing.
It was shit. So.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It was a starting point.
Yeah, we had it.
And when Sean says he means him. He was doing all those things pretty
much. And that's why we're better than Critical Role. That's why we're better than Acquisition Incorporated. Don't watch them, watch us.
Or also.
Oh.
I love watching them because I get lots of inspiration.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, because, we're not Mike Verhulik. We don't have one person leading the whole game.
Yeah, they do have a huge advantage of having a huge budget, but also people part of a team to help, make things look a certain way.
Yeah. Everything you see on this is Sean, man. So that's pretty freaking amazing. AJ has the art down there below. Our friend and follower of the show, Nicole, did those little minis down at the bottom, which is freaking crazy nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, those look great.
We're all us, and that's, I think, the biggest thing that we have over other D&D streams is we're us. Our characters that we play aren't catering to our audience. It's us.
Mm-hmm.
It's our characters. So watch us and not them. Yeah, and we love our characters, and that's why we become our characters, even though it's gonna fuck everyone up in the long run.
Yeah, they are from Hero Forge, these minis. So we have the let's see where they at here. We have the
Hero Forge is the shit, by the way, if you never check them out.
Casual minis, and then we have the combat minis, and then one of our developers, Nicole, she went through and digitally painted them for us to match the drawings that Andrew did for all their characters. He drew those, which they look fantastic. Crazy. So yeah, we use those, and then the top-down tokens in the Roll20. So it looks great.
And
yeah, oh, that's a great Christmas present. We actually reached out to Hero Forge. trying to sponsor us, we're not big enough yet. They don't care about us. So that's why we need you guys to follow, subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Follow, subscribe, tell your friends, all that jazz.
So they will sponsor us, but we're not big enough yet. So we could really use your guys' help in that.
One day.
Yeah, I would love.
Really will.
I would love a pewter mini of Kurt's. So
that'd be sick. Yeah, we got them digitally ready. We just, that'd be great if
One
the sponsors
day.
give us for free. But
one day.
Let's see. I don't see any questions. So, who is your guys' favorite NPC that you guys have ran into so far? And that'll be our last question.
I like Galdivar.
Okay. How come?
I hated him in the beginning because he was a dick. But he's kind of grown on me, just like I think Kurtz has grown on other people. Like he's expanded in his character and everything like that.
Dilly, got some cheers. Thank you.
It's from Kyle.
That's okay. It doesn't matter who it is.
I think my favorite NPC was Lilash.
Oh, okay.
No, she's dead now. We don't talk about her.
Oh.
Well, dead. She's still alive, but she's gone. Okay.
Well, I mean, she might not be that far gone.
Okay, listen.
For all she could be 500 feet from where I'm at right now.
Maybe. Maybe we might have a guest star appearance of Kayla. I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Kayla, do you want to come back for an episode?
No, if she's in the final battle, she's gonna kill me.
Whoops!
That is the real final battle.
It's like, you thought the fourth horseman was out
See?
there.
Look at the chat. She's gonna fucking kill me.
I'm liking Lizzie, actually.
Oh, really? The new one for tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Little blonde hair, mute gnome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little stealthy little girl.
Okay.
Even though Lilash killed Finley's heart, I'll say Lilash too.
Aww.
I know.
I'm gonna tell Violet.
Yeah.
No, don't tell her. Other conversations.
This is table talk. She can't hear this.
Yeah. She don't know.
Yeah, so that was all Session Joe stuff too, yeah.
Yeah.
If I kill Lilash, I'll be so happy. that is gonna be that's gonna be the fucking Star Wars
Betrayal.
Yeah, that's gonna be that whole like song and all that shit. Like
She said, how rude. Or well rude.
you started it, Kayla. I killed one captain of the guard. One. Just one.
False, bitch.
Come at me. I'm a level 20 fighter. Like, come at me.
Get on my level, bro. All right. Well,
I got shit you don't even know.
Thanks everybody for sticking with us. I hope everyone's loving the show. Jump in the Discord, let us know anything you guys want to see or what you like seeing. And we will see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Kayla, salty as fuck.